Should we?
What up? It's your boy Marco from Upside Down Studios. It is What the Fuck Wednesday. Tonight we got our boy, our correspondent from the deep dark tundras of maybe the 51st state, Dino the genetic motherfucking marvel. Welcome back, bro.
What up? Yeah, it's I'll be honest with you. I took 2 gummies and I'm drinking beers and I'm eating nuts from a bowl. So I'm still going through it, but hey, like a champ.
Fucking hey.
Champions.
And we got TikTok extraordinaire sniffing glue 22 Cole motherfucking Clayton.
I'm never gonna shake the TikTok thing, am I?
No. Oh, the
TikTok
only way
will be long, banned, and gone. I'm still gonna be TikTok extraordinary.
Get an OnlyFans.
I'll do it. I thought about it.
Absolutely. Bro, DJ Khaled had a cooking show on OnlyFans.
That's what I was thinking about, just cleaning my house in my underwear, get some real expensive like silk underwear. And then somebody was like, it's gonna be gay dudes. I'm like, I don't care, I'm getting paid. Like, who
don't give a shit.
Cares?
Honestly, at this point, I'm not being weird. You're watching a guy who's cleaning in his underwear. You're the weirdo.
Right.
I'm just cleaning.
Yeah.
I don't want to sweat up my clothes.
About that, I'd have to fucking do like a complete manscaping from the back of my knees to the back of my ass.
Yeah. Or you could trim out words on the back of your legs for like sponsorship and shit.
Yeah.
I
think that's the 2-party ordeal with that one. Nobody told me when I got older that my ass would like develop stalactites. Like, do you get the hair that hangs over your ass cheek? Like your ass goes around, but the hair goes straight down off your ass.
Listen,
it's like the fucking hanging vines of Alexandria and shit.
Like I told you before, now that I've lost all the weight, hair is growing where hair didn't used to be. Okay, everything used to be kept under control by friction.
Why would hair grow?
Because fat cheeks go and burn the fuck out of it. Okay, so now. Yeah.
Why I was so hot all the time?
Excuse for my fucking ears. Dude, I snapped like this happened a few months ago. I had like 3-4 shows that month, if not more. And I'm just doing shows and then one day, like I just looked in the mirror, like I think I was shaving, and I'm like, what the fuck? Dude, it looked like I had 2 fucking afro wearing motherfuckers hanging out of my ears. And I like pulled one, and it felt like I yanked my eardrum. I'm like, "What the fuck just happened?"
Yeah, bro.
You can't grab the ear hairs. Yeah, I've learned that. You can grab a facial hair. You can grab a nipple hair.
I have my ear hair done.
You can listen. You can pull a
you
hair.
Can trim them. You just can't grab one.
Oh no, they're getting fucked.
Hey, bro, the ear. So if you have a hair on the outside of your ear, like a rando, those you can pluck. But on your fucking little lobe thingy,
oh, it's a bitch.
I trim it. I'm like, if you pull on that, I'll cut your face, bro. I will cut your face.
Oh no, I have my daughter fucking yank them motherfuckers.
Marco's just hears ringing at all times. Just that's why he's so pissed off all the time. What?
I mean,
somebody answer the fucking phone. Somebody, is there a landline in here? Who the fuck still has a landline?
Like, someone stop calling. Just hang up.
Goddamn thing out the wall.
Bro. I think okay. So I was watching a thing. I forget what we were watching, but it was the whole idea of we were watching Bondsman. That's what it was. And he like unplugged the phone and it still rung. And I'm like, bro, that kind of shit will mess with you. Okay, if you unplug a landline and then it rings again, you're like, what the fuck just happened?
Oh, well, I found out at first it kind of spooked me, but then I've seen it in several different houses. A landline always has juice in it. Mm-hmm. Like I have old school landlines, like the ones on the wall with the cord and the dial still on my wall. I left them in purposely when I bought the house. If you pick up one of them things it sounds like somebody should be on the other line.
Mhm.
Mm.
It's kind of
it's-
spooky.
Isn't that the plot to the Poltergeist?
No, not at all. That was with TV and Snow.
No.
Well, which one was that? You have 7 days or whatever.
That
The
that
Ring.
was Fear.com and The Ring.
The Ring, that's the one I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Yeah, I named my daughter after the fucking murderer in The Ring. That little girl in the well. My youngest daughter, Samara, is named after her.
You know, Marco, if you were white, you would have been everybody's bet to be like a school shooter. But last, you are Hispanic, so you avoided those
Yeah.
rumors.
You jumped the line. You jumped the line. That's how it works.
No. See, when I was growing up, the school shooters, unfortunately, but they were all black and they didn't go inside the school. They just drove by the school and just sprayed.
Yeah.
Well, that's reasonable, Like,
I mean, if anything, it's not discriminatory.
you're right.
Right.
So-
But I mean, that's what I don't really understand. I feel for the people about the school shootings and everything.
Oh yeah.
And now it's because, of course, the white folks had to appropriate that too. So, but I mean, nobody gave a
That's per
fucking,
usual.
nobody gave a fuck in the 90s when the kids were shooting at each other. Nobody gave a fuck in the late 90s, early 2000s when the black kids were in South Central or they were in Chicago or and shit like that.
Well, yeah,
all
nobody cares.
All of a sudden, a little fucking fruity white kid go to fucking school with a manifesto and a fucking trench coat with daddy's fucking rifle, and
Okay.
now all hell breaks loose.
Let's be honest. That's exactly what whites do. They take a good time, like a drive-by shooting, and then start adding rules and vendettas and shit. It's too much. You're like, listen, we were having a good time, okay? We weren't discriminating. Everybody was included. Sexes were regardless. You could get it, okay?
Black folks did not invent the drive-by. That was the Italians. That was mob
That
shit.
is true.
That's basically black,
They're-
man. Come
but
on.
they're not white. Like, I'm tired of everybody trying to convince me Italians are white. They're not.
No, they're not.
No.
Well, they became white after 9/11.
They're essentially sand people.
Well, after 9/11, you know.
Nowhere near sand people.
Yeah, no.
They're Mediterranean. That's sand.
They're
not.
more. They're
They're
more.
sand.
Mediterranean is the most best land you'll ever experience in your life, you dirty hole.
I'm sure it is. That doesn't make you less sandy.
Yeah, it does.
Actually, it's actually quite hard to find a sand beach in Greece. They're mostly rocks and stuff like that.
Oh, now
Sometimes-
we're on Greece somehow.
And Italy
Once again, Greek is number one, my friend. What number one? Okay,
Leave it to Dino to go full circle.
that's 100%. That's what I do. I'm
Yeah, I love how you have more patriotism for a country you were not born in than the one you've lived in pretty much your entire life.
How many Puerto Ricans have you met? Like diehard Puerto I am the least Puerto Rican that you'll ever fucking meet in your life.
Yeah.
This tattoo here is the most Puerto Rican-y thing that I have on anything. Dude,
Is that a helmet or a spider?
it's a coquí. It's a tribal coquí. It's the frog of Puerto Rico.
Oh, it's a frog. Oh, okay, yeah, I see it. Okay, yeah. No,
Oh.
I looked more like Spider-Man type spider, but it is definitely a frog. Yeah. Okay. I got
Yeah, like I have it, my kids all have it. That's kind of our thing. But that's the most Puerto Rican-y thing. Now, if you see any other Puerto Rican, especially from the motherland, or not even if their parents came from the motherland, there are flags, there are rosaries with fucking flags. There's Boricua written all over. There's fucking, it looks like a Captain America symbol, and it's a Puerto Rican flag. It's all over their cars, all over.
And then
their
they can't speak Spanish. That's the best part,
It's broken.
bro. There's nothing worse. That it's like Italians in New Jersey who are like, hey, and you're like, that's not even English or Italian. You've never
Well,
been.
they
Just shut the fuck
both
up.
No, straight up, fucking Puerto Rico is just Houston. Like it's on the Gulf. There's Hispanics everywhere. Nobody really understands anything that's going on in America. And y'all got the same flag,
That's fair.
Damn near.
Lone Star State. Like, what would happen if Puerto Rico actually became a state? Like, there would be a fight over the flat. No, we're the Lone Star State. Like, and I gotta be honest with you, I don't want to have that fight with Texas very
We
often.
got an extra, yeah, but we got an extra stripe.
That sounds gay.
It's
We
on
got-
the back.
We have
That's
an
why.
extra stripe.
What it is the fucking that's where the white people came in and fucked everything up. It was
Makes
red
sense.
and blue with a star, and then they had to put that little twinge of white right in the middle.
Dividing the other two colors.
That's it.
You know how you make white
That
pop?
stripe. That
surrounded by
stripe, is
colors.
that stripe is a specific religion. That's what that is. It's not a specific
That's not
white
a
person. It's
stripe,
a
that's
specific.
fucking border wall. They got it in fucking Haiti. You know, there's a big line between Haiti and Port-au-Prince. Everybody thinks Haiti is just its own shit. No, that's an island. The other half of fucking Haiti, Port-au-Prince, is like one of the most luxurious fucking resort fucking places in the world.
The other half of Haiti is Dominican.
No, it's Port-au-Prince. The Dominican Republic's on the other side.
I just thought it was always called Haiti because of how much I hate it.
I didn't come here for that kind of shit humor, sir.
I really hate Haitians. I really do. If I'm being honest with you, I don't think that's considered racism. I think that's an ethnic thing.
What? The
Or
fuck
like
just
a,
happened?
a nationality. I don't like that group of people.
That's fine.
They
I'm not a fan
worry
of
me.
Mine stems back all the way to boot camp and, you know, when I was going to become Rastafari. Oh, yeah, that's not just smoking weed, y'all. Rastafarianism, y'all let them Jamaicans have that shit. Trust me, that's all old school Bible, like Leviticus. Shit.
I don't want it either. I gotta be honest with you. Like honestly, Atlantic Islander people in general, that is not an attractive philosophical lifestyle for me. Like I gotta be honest with you. Like it just seems lazy to me. Let's smoke weed, man, and live on the beach. Yeah, that's why y'all keep getting hit by hurricanes and losing your house every year because y'all don't build nothing to fucking stand on.
Says the guy who's never left the fucking United States. All right, just calm down, bro.
I can't because dude, I was 14 when Bush destroyed this country, and the country has not recovered. Okay, I didn't have a chance.
Don't you remember Cole got kidnapped and locked in a closet for fucking 2 presidents?
Bush was still president at that time. Calm down.
Senior.
Yeah, but like they're another Bush. It's fine.
No, it was the same Bush. Okay, I'm not that
When they-
old.
When they let Cole out the closet, it was Bush Jr. and they had just hit the power.
I was
Bro.
6, so it might have still been Clinton. Actually, it might have been Clinton at the very end.
You know what the wild shit is?
Was he
Like,
president in 2000? Clinton?
We don't speak them names.
Yeah. That's how our internet gets cut.
Bill Clinton. Sorry.
Slick
Uh,
Willie.
I remember, like, this is the thing is, like, we up here will follow American politics because it's like it's better than General Hospital. Like, it's wild. Like, you watch that shit like crazy, right?
But have General Hospital up there.
Yeah, it's fantastic, bro.
Wow, we got rid of that like 20 years ago. Y'all are catching up.
You can just I think it's still on. Yeah,
It's on Peacock now. It's not on.
Is it
cable
reruns
anymore.
or still the same fucking?
It's still airing on Peacock.
no, it's still going. It's still going. It's not. Bro,
They took
it
it
will
off
never.
of cable. Now it's
Oh.
on Peacock now,
No, it was never on cable. That shit was on just regular TV.
or whatever it is.
Analog. It was
It's
on
no
analog.
longer on MSNBC.
Yeah.
It's on Peacock, which is just essentially MSNBC. but
Maybe that's
streaming.
why my mom's such a cunt. All her fucking soap operas got taken off and put on some new.
Peacock is
100%,
actually
bro.
free, and
No,
then
no.
there's the premium version for $5.
Look, I bought my mom when my brother died after he OD'd. I bought my mom all new TVs for her house because they wouldn't have got stolen. She got flat screen TVs in every fucking room. You know that woman refuses to fucking turn one of them bitches on. She still uses an old school 20-inch fucking tube TV that has the VCR thing on the bottom still.
That's hilarious.
And she uses Dish Network.
My
Who
mom's
talking
your
shit
age, and she still
about
don't
it?
know how to
That's
change HDMI's, so I get it. I'm like, you have to push the source button. She's like, what is that? I'm like, the button that says source.
My mom tries to pull that shit with me, and it agitates the fuck out of me. Because my
It
mom,
agitates everyone. Trust me.
growing up, I will give my mom this. My mom was that independent woman. My mom could work on a car. She actually taught me how to work, like change brakes, and she taught me how to fucking work on a rate, change alternators, shit like that. My mom would do it. So nowadays, when my mom pulls this fuck shit, like, oh, I don't know what's right. Don't fucking play that game with me. I bought you a Craftsman tool set, bitch. What the fuck you talking about?
It's hey, bro. When you catch your mom in a lie, lying to somebody else, and you're like, now I know your game. I know your game. You'll never deceive me again. I know you're full of shit.
It's every woman, though. If we're being honest, I know I sound like a broken record every single show. But
Definitely.
every woman has that in their toolbox. I don't know. Yes, you fucking do.
Yeah.
You knew it yesterday. Why don't you know it today?
Yeah, don't
Dude,
lie.
I fucking snapped on my neighbor like 2 weeks ago. Like, I'm outside and I'm already pissed off with everything that's going on. And I'm putting together this carport outside and just getting shit straightened out in my yard. And neighbor come walking across, just doing that little girl, kind of shaking her ass, doing her little girly thing. Can you help me? I try to check my oil and it keeps saying hot, and my the car's been sitting here for 2 hours without being driven. I'm like,
Is it on?
Wait a minute, hot? There's no hot on an oil dipstick.
That's what I was thinking too.
So I go down, and I pulled out the dipstick. She said, "That's the oil dipstick." What the fuck are you pulling? She's pulling the training fluid dipstick. Here, now Dodges, I know personally, Dodges in a particular year.
Still don't understand the hot part.
The hot is on transmission. A transmission dipstick will tell you whether your training fluid is hot, and it'll have, like, with the new fluid, it'll expand. So you have to have it at a certain level when it's hot. My Mustang's like that. It's a fucking pain in the ass.
See, my fucking Ford, you can't even check the fucking fluid. It doesn't open from the top.
You got to buy. It's a mechanic's dipstick. I actually bought one for Greg.
Good to know.
Just so he could check my shit. But anyway, so she was checking the training fluid. But now, like I was saying, the Dodgers that year, they have bad oil sending sensors. And it's just basically, it's just like a fucking pipe plug. It's all it is. It screws into the motor, and there's a little one wire that comes off the back.
Yeah.
And it'll tell you that you're low on oil if that thing goes bad.
Yeah.
And, instead of checking the oil or having somebody else check the oil, this chick is just steady dumping oil in there. This fucking Durango had 2 quarts too many fucking oil in the oil. I'm like, yeah, you need to quit putting oil in there. Put the oil lights on. Look, bitch, I'm just telling you.
You probably need an oil change. That's probably what it is.
That engine's going boom.
It's gurgling. So then, she's like, well, or I started walking away, and she's like, well, and I guess she has a girlfriend. My girlfriend told me that the car's driving like it has a flat. Are my tires flat?
God damn, you're just out there fixing everything, huh?
I'm like, that's your tire, ain't it? She's like, yeah. Is it flat? No, your tires aren't flat. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, that's something you can see right away. Like,
this is where she really pissed me off, though. I don't know anything about cars. I'm just a passenger princess. I have people do the. Oh no, bitch, that don't work with me. I'm gonna tell you just like I tell my daughters. You got the world in the palm of your fucking hand. You got, matter of fact, you got 6 motherfucking kids. You don't got the right to be a passenger princess, bitch. Right. Google it, look at a video, fix it your goddamn self. And I turned around and I fucking walked away from her. And she was mouthing something to my, and then all she hears, well, thank you. Yeah, kiss my ass.
I love the energy. I love the energy, Marco.
That's fucking horse shit. I can't do that. It's just no.
You do to women what I wish I could. That's the reason I have the hatred I do in my heart for them is because I can't do shit like that. Just get away from me. I have spoken.
Right. No, but bro, it's the same thing as if you run into a woman that knows how to drive, and then she's like, "Oh, I can drive stick," and you're like, "Get the fuck out of here!" Like, all right, That's respect. That's fine. Like if
And
you can
then
drive,
you grind your fucking clutch out.
no, bro, like a pro. We were driving. I'm like, goddamn. I'm
I'll
like,
give you a
you
stick
know
to
how to
drive.
drive, and I'm like, she's like, yeah, and I'm like, no, I'm sorry, but you know,
I've had a couple exes that knew how to drive stick.
yeah, it's
I
hot.
remember I bashed one.
I have found. I'm not even gonna lie though. Every chick that I knew that could drive stick was a hoe. They're sluts. They're sluts, bro.
That's probably accurate.
That's like dudes who know zodiac signs and shit. You know what I mean? Like, why do you know that? Because you want to talk to women.
Fuck off! I know zodiac signs.
Yeah, but you want to talk to women, don't you?
No, not anymore. No, I'm
Not anymore. But at the time when you were finding that shit out, you're like, how do I relate to these bitches more? That's what it is. They're learning stick so they can be around men.
All the bitches was like, oh, I just act like that because I'm a Pisces, or it's Taurus month, or where's my Leos at? Shut the fuck up, bitch! Like,
I'm a Taurus. That's funny that you mentioned that. And like bitches, literally, when they find out, I don't even like telling bitches my birthday anymore because I have had so many women tell me that I'm undateable. Like they will literally stop. Like they will ghost me because of my birthday. I'm like, when's your birthday? I don't know. I don't keep.
My mom lied. It's not my birthday. It's a mystery.
I see more of the if you're a Trumper, swipe left.
That's another one too.
I feel like I have to tell you, Marco, you can't turn a hoe into a housewife, sir. You were a slut. Shit. You were a slut. Okay, so that slut ship doesn't.
Forrest Gump and Deadpool were the only two that pulled it off. and Jenny had AIDS, and Vanessa took one to the chest.
I mean, dinner and a show.
When we talk about the women of the 90s, man, they were just straight villains. Look at Jenny from Forrest Gump, Rose from Titanic.
Yeah.
I'm really convinced this might have been the 80s actually, but Thelma and Louise, both of them, really.
Oh yeah.
See, the only thing I've ever known about Thelma and Louise is them two bitches driving off the cliff. That was it.
Well, they both one of them cheated on her husband in that movie, and then they the other one was encouraging it. Of course, it was with Brad Pitt. Like he kind of in his youth, no less. You know, it's fair. If I was the husband, I'd be I get it.
I get it.
And then they drove off a cliff.
Yeah, which tells you that's where the whole life leads, people. Just right off a cliff. That's where you're going. Oh man, that shit fucks with you.
I watched that movie. It's not a good movie. I'm like, bitches love that shit. I sit there watching. I'm like,
Cole, you don't understand.
Yeah, I think the last two chick flickish type movies that I watched that were actually halfway decent, they were probably the last ones I even watched, were Waiting to Exhale and Boomerang.
I've never heard of either of those.
Yeah,
those had to have been the 80s.
Waiting to Exhale was pretty good. Angela Bassett was hot in that.
Angela Bassett? She's like 70, bro. What the fuck?
Dude, that woman is still fucking
hot, bro.
They just killed her off in Black Panther. Like,
still do it. It's fine. Still warm.
Oh, yeah. Wakanda forever, motherfucker.
Right.
I support
so, like, what's the difference between a chick flick and a romantic comedy? Like, are they not the same thing?
No. Like, Waiting to Exhale, there was women like the Angela Bassett character. She caught her husband cheating, and he did her dirty as fuck too. So she went in the house and took all the shit out and burned it, and it wasn't in a funny way, you know. There's also a part where there was one chick, like every once in a while, the ex-husband would come into town and he would stay the night or whatever, and then finally he just broke it to her. Look, I'm gay. That's why I've been gone all this time. I just come back to get a little. And then, like, the same chick found her son getting his dick sucked in the back pool of, like, by the pool, whatever they want to call that little thing where they hold shit.
Pool house.
Yeah. and she went out. It was a serious movie. There was very little.
Talk about a bad day.
Now, Boomerang was more of a romantic comedy. That had Eddie Murphy. A lot of the same women were in there. That crazy chick from fucking what was it? The 007 movies. Grace Jones. She was in it. Eartha Kitt was in it. The old Catwoman.
Oh, I know. I don't remember her name, but I know you're talking about.
Eartha Kitt.
She was hot. In
There's
the
some fine
60s,
bitches, bro.
She was fucking fun. No woman who's ever been a Catwoman was ever ugly. They've never gotten an ugly Catwoman. Not even like a mid Catwoman. Every one Catwoman was fine as fuck.
Michelle Pfeiffer's like 72, bro.
She's fine as fuck in Ant-Man, bro. Like she's still fine. I was watching that movie. Like, there's no way she's 70. 70? 40 years is not that big of a difference from what I can tell.
Remember in Ant-Man when she pretty much told her husband that she was fucking Bill Murray?
I know, right?
Well, it's Bill Murray.
Kang. You know she fucked Kang. When Kang popped up and they were together rebuilding whatever, you know he threw dick at her.
Here's my question. Why did Kang not age like Michelle Pfeiffer did? That's the real question. I never understood that. They're like, because they kind of made it seem like it was around the same time.
Yeah. He only got to be in 2 movies. That's why.
Yeah.
I bet you if he comes back now, he'll look older.
So she's not 70, she's 66.
Still.
Oh, okay. Now we're splitting hairs.
No, but I'm saying like
your way of saying
at 66, no problem. Still.
Is this your way of like throwing shade at the fact that next year I'm going to start saying, oh, you're like basically 50?
You know what?
I'll punch you in the
I'll punch you in the face.
Both you motherfuckers are basically 50.
Okay, that's not really fair. Okay, he is a lot closer to 50 than I am.
Keep it up. I'm gonna fuck your mom.
A lot closer.
You're 77 or 78?
77.
77. No, him. Oh. So he's 3 years older than I am. That's a big fucking difference, bro. That's a lot closer, bro. That goes from late 50s
here, and I'm the best looking. What the fuck is that,
bro?
Best looking? Get the fuck out of here.
Hey, 3 years is the difference between like I'm 50 versus I'm mid 50s. Okay, like that's 3 digits. That's a lot.
3 years as a president,
right?
You have 4 years. They're campaigning.
Margo, you have the most likable personality. I wouldn't say best looking. Get the fuck out of here.
I feel like you're the only one that.
Personality? Me?
Now, your prime versus my prime. I wouldn't want to go up against your prime.
You're the only one that girls think they have a shot with, Marco. That's what it is. They're like, he's definitely gonna get fucked. He ain't gonna turn me out. Bro, you know how many times I've been in, girls are like, hey, how's it going? I'm like, I love my wife. I love my wife. Just so you know, I love my wife.
That's hilarious because women think they have a shot with everybody.
and you know what? Cole is right.
They're cocky.
But every woman has a chance with any man they want at least once.
Hey, that's from Ric Flair, bro. You can't be number 1, but you can be the next one. No problem.
Yeah. You ain't first, you're last.
Yeah.
I've been a lot of first, but I ain't been never a last.
Oh, that's
I've never been a first, and I'll never be a last. But I make pole position for sure.
I've been two.
I'll be in the top 5.
You'll remember me, that's for sure. One way or another. If it's because of the court-ordered fucking paperwork, fine, fuck it. I don't care. You'll remember me.
This is all just for humor, everyone. We're just joking.
If it's because of the therapy, whatever it is.
What's that old thing? You can't unsuck my dick.
Right.
Yeah.
You can't unfuck me, bitch.
And I can't unsee your butthole.
But that's the thing. I always got bitches talking about. And somebody always messaged me like 6 months later and is like, so-and-so's talking about you. I'm like, why? Well, mostly because you're talking about them still. Well, I'm a comedian. It's different.
Yeah, I'm doing it for humor. You're doing it out of
most of the time, I make the ass out of myself out of the joke. I'm usually the asshole in the joke. Everybody forgets that part.
No
They're
one's
like,
surprised.
"You
No
make
one's surprised that
stupid
you're the asshole in
jokes."
your stories. Let's be honest.
That's the moral of every fucking little dumbass tweet I make where I'm hating on women. It's very clear that I'm the asshole highlighted in the fucking because I can't let go of nothing.
I feel like it's a good.
If I fucking say it, I'm gonna fucking say it about you. Goddamn it.
Yeah, no. I realized a while ago too. I'm like, I started doing mushrooms because I'm like, I'm my last problem. I don't have problems I'm my only problem in life. I fuck my own shit all the time. I'm an idiot.
Yes.
Speaking of mushrooms, man.
Yeah.
You know the dude Eric from the Tim and Eric show?
I don't.
Well, there's I guess there was a show called Tim and Eric. I've seen like previews of it here and there. It's like kind of a sketch comedy type deal.
Sounds like they're homosexual. Okay.
It's a good possibility. I'm not sure if the show's even on anymore, but he said, People Magazine headline says Eric Andre says he ate mushrooms out of cow turds while visiting Mexico and came home with so many parasites. So now the Mexicans are fucking up the mushrooms.
Why do we need that information? Why did he tell us that?
Because he was talking about eating mushrooms.
There are so many issues with that. Number one, he didn't get worms from the mushrooms. He got it from the shit. Okay. He didn't clean it properly.
Right.
That's how it works. And also, there's a reason why you cook and or dehydrate mushrooms is to kill anything in there to make sure it's dead.
See, that must be another country type shit. Because I remember growing up, motherfuckers was just going to the fucking fields. You found a cow patty, like it was a certain time. You are
Puerto Rican. Jesus Christ.
It was a certain time of the day you hit the field, and it was mostly white boys, and we all ran and hit the field, and you picked the mushrooms off the turds, and there was a lot of them that ate them straight off there.
I think you're forgetting every ethnic person does this, so I'm not going to blame you specifically, but every ethnic person forgets that there's several genres of white people. Okay, and when you say, "Oh, it was the white boy," it was not the white boys. Okay, me and Dino were not going in the fields and picking mushrooms.
Like
it was the ones
with people say Elon Musk is not African; he's South African. Shut the fuck up.
No, it was the motherfuckers with the dreadlocks. Okay, it was not the same kind of white guy.
I want to hear Elon Musk drop the N-word in front of Kanye, and they just call each other the N-word. I think that would be funny. You can't get mad at either one of them.
Nope.
One's African, the other one's black. They're allowed to say it. That's the rule.
They would both hit it with the hard
Elon Musk is more African than most people who call him racist.
Yeah.
Which one?
Bro.
Elon. He's more African than most people who call him a racist.
Have you seen there's a video where a guy's like, a lady has Elon go back to your country? Sign?
Yeah.
And the guy's like, ma'am, do you mean South Africa? She goes, what? That's where Elon is originally from, South Africa. And she went, oh, I got to go. Turns around,
and she even lifted up a grocery bag.
She's like, I got something to do.
Her eyes lit up like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, but to be fair, like nobody knows this, but South Africa is like one of the most racist countries there is. On both sides, the black people and the white people hate each other.
Africans is Africans. If you say it's different,
I don't know because that's like the difference between Virginia and West Virginia. They're not the same thing. West Virginia, anytime you add a direction in a region, it's super racist there. It's super racist there.
Does that mean East and West Virginia has like a different type of racism, though?
There's no East Virginia. There's Virginia, which was a part of the Union, and then there's West Virginia, which was a part of the Confederacy, and that's why they split. They split because of the Civil War. West Virginia was like, nah, y'all can be a part of the Union, but we're gonna go be traitors over here because we kind of like slaves. Like they're super. Anytime there's a compass needed for a name of a region, it's probably pretty racist there. That's what I found.
North and South Carolina, right?
Oh yeah, most of the states are very racist.
North Dakota?
There's no Carolina.
Yeah. Okay.
North Dakota, West with North and South. I don't know. I can't speak for
out where's East Virginia.
I don't know. I'm still messed up with that. I'm like, why is one West and the other one's just Virginia?
I
That
know,
sounds
I know
gay.
there's a Cleveland and there's an East Cleveland. Now, East Cleveland is predominantly black, but if you walk up in the East Cleveland as a white boy, you will get attempted muggery. I know that personally.
I've
Ain't that
never
where I
been.
found the Philly cheese place?
I think that's where you went. I really do.
Yeah, that's probably it.
That's Phillies over there. Just get you a little tan and go there.
That's how they get you. That's how they get stupid white boys to go in there and be like, I heard they're great Philly steaks. Why is my tires missing? That's what happens. That's how
White
that works.
people can't cook. They don't know the difference. They don't stop for shit like that.
Yeah, but they're like, I'm an influencer, and you're like, nah, you're gay, bro. That's what you are.
You're robbed. That's what you are. You're
You're,
robbed.
Oh,
you're,
yeah, you
you're
ain't
under
have
the
no tire.
influence.
Yeah.
But I talked about this on the show. What was it, Monday? Grape actually brought this up, but I found nothing. Not even a conspiracy theory. I don't have any fucking clue what he was talking about, and I haven't got to speak with him. Have any of you guys heard of a crystal clearish blue liquid in vials found at the bottom of the pyramids?
Compound V.
That had some kind of biological shit. Shit floating around in it.
That's what they were giving Homelander.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Compound V.
That's not. Yeah, that's from a TV show.
The boys. Yeah.
So the shits, they found the shit at the bottom of a pyramid.
So is it like hydraulic fluid?
I don't know. Grape just said, so they found crystal clear blue liquid in chambers, and there's biological entities floating in the liquid. Not on my bingo card or something like that. So I'm still trying to figure out what the fuck he was talking about it, and I found nothing. I was wondering if you guys heard anything.
I heard about the coils.
Yeah. So what he's talking about is batshit crazy. That's not what the LiDAR showed. LiDAR showed solid matter, more solid than sand. That's what it's showing.
You know, I just don't buy it until I see it. Until they need to get fucking pictures of this shit, because I'm not falling for this shit, because that shit came out the same day that the JFK files dropped. Okay, I don't want to hear that shit.
So
there's shit under the pyramid. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
Personally, I think there is stuff under the pyramid, but
I'm not saying there's not.
It wasn't like people went under there and dug it. I think that shit was built, and the fucking the flood came and it washed all that sand and silt, because the litter box once upon a time used to have vegetation. There wasn't the litter box. They had, they had trees, they had fucking fruits, they had, plants and all that shit everywhere. It wasn't just...
I read the Bible.
So I mean, I think that shit. If anything, giants built that shit. I mean, it's either giants or aliens, but it got all covered up with fucking the change of the world.
Listen, the whole thing is that, like, people don't understand that, like, something you could study in ancient Egypt was ancient Egyptians, right? Like, you understand, like, you have that kind of longevity where what we today consider ancient Egypt, they could study the subject of ancient Egyptian stuff, right? So, like, you're living in a time span where one place had activity for such a long period of time that they were literally up and down in behind. They were still studying their own culture as a past, right? So it's this weird thing where it's like, we're trying to understand the wackadoos of old times, right? But they were already trying to understand their own wackadoos. It's not. Right. So we're on this cycle of having no fucking clue what actually happened, and you're like, there's evidence for everything.
Like, there's a lot of talk about the Library of Amenti. Well, if anybody knew what the fuck they were talking about, the Library of Amenti was under the Khafre Pyramid, not the Khufu Pyramid, which all this shit is in. So there's no library under there. There might be a city under there some fucking where they got buried. But, I don't believe. And then...
the lost city of Atlantis.
No, that I hear is there's different talks about that too.
The Eye of the Sahara.
Yeah,
You know-
the Eye of the Sahara, or it's somewhere in between America and whatever the closest fucking continent is over there.
I gotta grab a beer.
Sahara sounds hot.
It is. It's like one of the most.
I met
barren
she.
places.
She sounds hot.
Oh Jesus! The Sahara is a desert, dude.
Yeah, I know.
But I mean, it's just like
Did
you
you ever
know.
see the movie? The movie was good.
No.
With Matthew McConaughey and Selena, whatever the fuck her name is.
I was never really a big Matthew McConaughey fan. The only
What?
movie the only movie that I really liked that he was in was Frailty.
Be a lot cooler if you did.
No, not at all.
All
But
right.
I can do it. All right.
Thing about these high school.
Thing about these high schoolers, I keep getting older, but they stay the same age. We can't hear you, Dino. Dino, you're just talking into the ether.
Your mute's off or mute's on.
Now, I've heard guys like in real life talk like that, and I'm just like, oh god.
Yeah, 100%. That's a person. That's a
Bro.
style of guy.
I've had young girls that I worked with, and they're like blah 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 blah. And I'm like, oh, I can't be part of this conversation. I gotta go somewhere else.
There-
No, thank
We
you.
know somebody who's like that. I'm not gonna out him, but I'm gonna out him in a way that only you guys will get it. I don't like that guy at all. I know you know who I'm talking about, you know.
Oh,
The
yeah,
door
Yeah.
slammer.
Is he a door slammer?
yeah.
No,
Story
no,
is
no, no,
great.
no, no, no. I wouldn't accuse him of that. No, but this is a different guy that we know,
Yeah.
who talks like that a lot. Actually,
Sorry, I can't focus on two things at once right now. What talks like what?
like Matthew McConaughey from
Oh.
Dazed and Confused. Dino's like, I have no idea what's going on.
Now, yeah, now I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, oh, like a pedophile? Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Who's the pedophile that we know?
a guy that I don't like. This is what I'm trying to tell you.
But that's not
The
the
guy-
door slammer.
Not
Oh.
the door slammer.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, no. Yeah.
Yeah.
He kind of talks like that, and you're like, "Hey, man, you're old and dirty. That's
Right.
not appropriate." And he's like, "No, man, you know, it's just a game." And you're like, "No, you're old and dirty." Yeah, it's that's always weird. And I'm kind of like, okay, like to say that young people aren't attractive. You're like, yeah, of course they are. You know why? They're young. It's fucking awesome.
Right. They still have light in their eyes.
Yeah.
Like,
It's not
They have-
like no
They
one's
have
surprised
had
at
the hope stomped out of them.
right.
Yeah.
They're not jaded, you know. Being jaded just does something to you. It makes you
This-
less attractive.
Bro, it's the same reason why babies smell so fresh. You're like, oh, you know what that smell is? It's fucking youth, baby. Ah, yeah. It's just, oh, it's good.
There was people
Yeah, that's
bathing
how
in the
people
bloods of
start
those things at
eating.
one time.
They start eating babies now.
Oh my god.
Oh, bro, come on. Just a little bite. Just a little nibble. Delicious.
Yeah.
Come on.
So, Dino, here's one for you. Have you heard anything about the whole Texas stabbing? That's something for you too, Cole.
Texas
No.
stabbing. I've heard of the massacre. The chainsaw guy.
No.
No.
Apparently,
He ran around stabbing people.
no.
In Texas? That's dangerous
was-
for him.
There was a kid. Actually, there was a track meet. I forget what school it was. I think it was Centennial School versus one of the other schools. There was a team tent. Now, there's a bunch of different reports because I got a report, and then like 10 minutes later, there was another report, and there's different. I posted something about a little bit of the background, and then I found out after some fact checking that most of it was bullshit, but we don't know because the story keeps switching. But anyways, this black kid from the other school, so he had
From
he
another
had to
mother.
be there. He went under the opposing team's tent and was sitting in there. Two of the kids or one of the kids told him, "Look, you can't sit here. This is for our team. Whatever. Leave." Dude got confrontational. They're not exact on the words or how the altercation happens because one person, there's one report that says the one kid put his hand on his shoulder. The other one says the one kid put just his hand on his backpack. But the black kid pulled a knife out the backpack, stabbed the fucking kid in the chest, and ran. Now, there's all kind of different. Of course, there's the one side that's saying that, you know, it was self-defense. This kid is not a murderer. You know, he shouldn't do this or that. And they're trying to use the justification for that. One, the other kid was white. Go figure. Two, they claim that the kid was a racist and that him and his twin brother were bullies at the school.
If he's a racist, let him go. We need more of those people. That's a dying. What is that? That should be a protected group at this point. You know what I mean? Like, there's not a lot of them anymore. You know, it's like fat people and women. It's a minority now. So minorities, I've learned over the last 20 years that minorities should be protected. So if anything, he was just expressing himself.
Well, now again, there's different opinions. Because if you look at, you know, if you look at it from the black kid side, you know, he got good grades. He played for the other football, you know, he played for the football team. He really didn't get into too much trouble, nothing major or anything like that. And that, you know, supposedly he had told people that he was getting bullied by these brothers. And that supposedly right before the game, the kids were bullying his girlfriend and him. So there's one side
always get ultra violent.
So that's one side of the story. Now the other side of the story is, you know, this kid, they just told him to get out from under the team tent, and the fucking kid got confrontational. Now there's you know, rumors going around that the white kids were racist and said all that shit. That was debunked. There was also rumors going around saying that the black kid was stealing shit from tent to tent. That was debunked. So when it comes down to it, now, one, you brought the knife to a track meet. You brought the knife to, so right there, that's premeditated.
All right, hold on. Just before you do that, like, I have this thing. I carry it with me everywhere I go. And it's not to stab people. I mean, if I have to, I will. But, like, I have it. I cut things with it. You know what I mean? Like,
when was the last time you were in school?
That's fair. I go to the school to see my kids sing sometimes.
Dude,
they make him do that. They make me go.
I went to a school that, you know, the predominantly white kids, the redneck kids, all had shotguns in their cars.
Right.
Because they got off, you know, from their school district, they got off on hunting season and stuff. But you were not allowed to bring that gun into the school, nor were you allowed to bring your hunting knife to the school or any school event.
And that's still a thing in Texas, by the way. Still to this day.
I like that. I think that's great.
So that's premeditated. Now, even if that kid was being bullied, which then I could understand, maybe he would have to take a shank or something with him, better a knife than a gun. You know, like, I could kind of understand that, but still, that was premeditated. You knew, you know, that wasn't just a knife you picked up off the fucking table somewhere.
Yeah. Now, a blood sign on your show.
There's other you know, ways to look at it. Now they're saying that, you know, the black kid had friends from the other school and he was sitting with them.
Yeah, you know, that's still not allowed though. You can't go into another team's tent. Like, that's their private area.
That's in every sport,
everywhere.
Every level of sports, whether professional, college, high school, junior high, it don't matter.
Yeah.
Fucking little league, fucking other organized versions of the sports.
Well, I remember track and field. We had our own tent, like a small, like nothing fancy, like just like one of those shitty fucking 4-post. Yeah.
Oh,
and they had our drinks and shit like that.
When I was in sports, as a big sports kid, growing up, I played a lot of sports. You walk over to the other side's little bench or whatever, automatic ejection. You're done. Get out of the game.
Hey,
You're done.
Just,
Go
so,
home.
just so everyone knows, now he's a big sports man. That's all.
So-
He was
Oh, I'm not a
sports
big
kid, now he's
sports man. I was a big sports kid. I'm not a big
Here's
sports man.
another issue with that whole bullying at school thing. They didn't go to the same fucking schools.
Yeah, that's weird. That's like,
The black kid went to Centennial. I forget whatever the school the white kids are from. So how the fuck is he bullying him at school? Now the girlfriend maybe the girlfriend was from the other school, but I mean, so right there, it's not looking good for the black kid. Again, there's two sides. I don't want to just say it was his fault or her fault because we still don't have all the information. But there was other rumors that the white kids were going to jump this black kid. Look, They were under a motherfucking school tent, surrounded by the bleachers. So you got hundreds of people right there. You think there was just kids under that tent? No. There was teachers under there. There were chaperones under there. Might have been a ref or two under there. And then they were talking about the football because the kids are football players. They shouldn't have been at a track meet. Well, the black kid was a football player too. He shouldn't have been at the track meet either.
hey, listen.
So, I mean,
It's just we gotta go back to the old way because like this whole bullying is fucking blah 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 blah. It's honestly I'm gonna do my thing again. We started letting women be parents, like parents, like the main parent, because schools don't call dads, they call moms. And that's the fucking problem. Because when my kid was getting bullied, I told my kid, I was like, punch his ass. Just fucking whatever. Stop being a bitch. Stop crying about being bullied. I told my fucking 8-year-old son that shit last year. And you know what he did? The kid came and pushed him, and then he's bigger than everybody else. He's 5'2" at 9. You know what I mean? He's bigger than everybody. And he knocked that kid on his ass. And the school called mom first. And then mom was like, oh, this sounds like a call you should call dad for, because that sounds like some shit that went down that came from dad. Okay. So they called me and they were like, hey, just so you know, Jack knocked the kid down. I was like, okay, what happened? And they're like, well, the other kid pushed him. And then he pushed it back and that kid cried and ran away. I was like, sounds like Jack handled it. Sounds like you don't need to call me then, huh? And then they're like, yeah, I guess not. And I was like, click. Like, just that's how you handle that shit.
Bro, but that's proper fucking, like,
right.
that's a good school, bro. That's a good school. Like,
I agree. Lake County, right?
Like when my kids were fucking younger, the school started this anti-bullying shit. And like it was the bully barely got punished if they did, but if you defended yourself, you got suspended. Like my son Thorne, he ended up missing his camp trip or whatever the night before because some kids were fucking with him in the bathroom, and finally he snapped and he stabbed one in the hand with a pencil and slammed his head up against the mirror. I mean, and he took it and like the rest of my kids, especially my daughters, I told them, look, you're gonna get in trouble regardless. You don't start any shit, but you finish that shit. You try to make sure it's after school. You try to take that shit away from the school, but if you got to handle it, you don't fucking stop punching until a teacher grabs you off of them.
Right.
Hey, you know what? I never got in trouble for fighting. I got in trouble for missing school. That's what my dad was like, don't get caught, stupid. Why are you getting caught? Why are you stupid? I'm like, you're supposed to go to school. Like that. He was angry that we were going to miss school. Never about us fighting. That was never. He's like, no, boys fight. What are you gonna do?
That's exactly, and Marco, that's exactly what I told Jack as well. Was like, you're gonna get in trouble at school, and I'll do all I can to make it happen. But you gotta accept the fact that, like, I don't have no money, I don't have no power, I don't know nobody. You know what I mean? Like, you're just gonna get in trouble. They didn't get him in trouble, but I didn't know that at the time. You know.
And I told my kids off rip, you defend. Well, like my daughter Samara. She was getting bullied for a couple of times, I think it was 6th grade or whatever. When she was getting on the bus, girls were messing with her on the bus. Look, baby, you already know how to handle this. Well, I'm afraid that I'll come to the school. If you get in trouble for defending yourself, don't worry. Dad'll be up at that school. Samara never had a problem no more.
Right, and that's the big problem. Why they fucking kids like snap. They snap after a while because they think they're going to get in trouble for retaliating against a
Well, that's
fucking
the way
bully.
I was.
So they just go straight to stabbing a motherfucker when really you just gotta
And I
punch
hate
a
to
guy.
say it, Cole's a little bit right on this one, but being raised by my mom, it was, you don't start no shit at school. You just walk away. You don't do this. You don't, and years and years and years of fucking taking that and sucking it up and ass whoopings and shit like that. And then finally I just fucking snapped. That was it. Fuck it. If we gonna go, we gonna go. We go.
Oh no, it's not. Hey, I never would back away. I got in trouble for play fighting with it was me and the next biggest guy in the school. We were friends. And I outweighed him by like 70 pounds.
Jesus Christ.
So we would take on like 10 to 12 guys and just start throwing them around into lockers. And it would make so much fucking noise. The teacher would come out and be like, "Hey, what are you guys doing?" We're like, "Nothing." I had so one of the guys
Midget tossing, bitch.
well, no, one of the guys we would fight with, it was like so you could punch, nothing in the face. Those are the rules, right? So when we're fighting, there was one guy. His sister was in my grade, but he was 2 years younger, and I grabbed him by the belt, one-handed, boom, upside down, up like that. Okay. At this time, I'm also training for shot put, so I just right into the sky. Okay, so this little shit had his legs in the sky. His head is right like on my back, and I'm like, "Bitch, this is what I'm gonna fucking do to you, right?" And his sister came and talked to me after that. But so a teacher walks out, and I have him upside down, and I'm like, "Hello, sir." And he's like, "Everything okay out here?" I'm like, "Yeah, just chilling."
You
No
got
problem.
a guy like
I'm holding him like this, just fucking upside down. By
it's
his
like
no.
straight out of TV, bro. Like,
No,
yeah,
and
he's
he's like-
cool.
like, and I'm like, "Yeah, no, we're good." He's like, "You should put him down." I'm like, "Oh, yeah, I can put him down. That's yeah."
You're next if you
I'll put
don't
him
leave right now, bitch.
And he was the pretty art teacher, which I'm like, I'm pretty sure he was gay, but he was like, all the girls were like, "Oh, have you seen Mr. Lambert? Oh, Mr. Lambert, look, you
What
got
is that?
I'm like,
what is it with women, by the way? Can we talk about
dirty
that for a second?
bitches.
Women
dirty.
will fucking
I feel like
ogle.
Mr. Lambert wanted you to give him some of your chops.
I feel like he was a little bit gay. Yeah.
Yeah, he was
I feel
probably
like
into
he
it.
just
He
like
had
you were
his
doing.
hair. He had his hair parted in the middle, and it looked better than most people. And but he was also like tan and shit. And
What
you're
was his
like,
name?
Mr. Lambert.
Mr. Lambert wanted you to hold him up in the air.
Yeah,
Bro. Hey, like fucking Dirty
You
Dancer,
just-
just whoop, right in
You
there.
have
bro.
such big hands, Constantine.
It's not the first time I heard that. I'll be honest with you.
you got them big oil crushing hands,
Oh my
them oil
God.
crushing hands.
I went to a gay bar for someone's birthday once, and I was like just arm in arm with Victoria, and people were like, "Hey, you here with anyone?" I'm like, "Yeah, my girlfriend. She's a lady."
The woman,
Right,
the one
right
that
here.
has no like 5
Yeah.
o'clock shadow. That one.
Yeah, she's
I'll
got a
never-
vagina. I like that. It's nice.
I'll never forget, man. Back when I used to model, I did a show. Now, most of the shows I modeled in were like in these dark dungeon-looking places. You know, there was like the Grid and Metropolis and shit like that.
Christian
This
Grey
man-
shit. Gotcha.
This was Tower City Amphitheater. So I'm like, this is big time shit. This is cool.
Yeah.
My fucking
Marco's like, I've made it. As
I'm a
gay porn
professional
star.
slut.
my youngest baby's mom was with me, and she was pregnant with Samara. And I'm walking in, and like I'm noticing all these like pastel flags everywhere, and there's there's the big dance floor with the fucking Titantron out there and
That
shit.
was before the rainbow, right?
Yeah, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Because I'm used to like whips and blood and hooks and shit like that.
And now
So,
you're all wiener.
Jesus.
Ugh.
I see the one dude that I do. There was like a skit that we had to do. It was sword fighting, and I looked at Anthony. I'm like, or no, it was Tom. I'm like, dude, where are we supposed to be doing? Oh, well, the stage is around the corner. I'm like, what's going on? And then like I keep walking, this bubbles start floating in the air and shit. Here it was like, now mind you, I don't care it was a gay pride thing, but I had no fucking idea what the fuck I was walking into.
Right. A warning would have been nice.
Yeah. Dude, and then I'm like, I'm telling like our choreographer, I'm like, I could like fuck around and act like a gay, like, oh my God, but these people are gonna know that I'm not gay. Like, how do I act like gay, like real gay,
Oh, we got to clip that. Oh my God.
I can show you how. Just copy my demeanors. Because, like, I come off as gay as fuck to people sometimes.
Apparently, I offended my choreographer. So I got to be one of 4 guys that had to wear Daisy. Like, it was just Daisy Duke, Daisy Duke. Like, if the boys was out. That's how Daisy these Dukes were.
I like how your punishment was them just sexually degrading you.
And
Like,
I had a yellow fucking caution tape across me and a hard hat, and I had to crawl with these other 3 dudes
they spank you too?
the runway and then jump up to It's Raining Men. Yeah.
Marco, did they spank you too?
No,
Because you were a bad boy?
Nope.
Somebody did in their mind, though. They
And
did.
it shows
That
you
was
can
their
get paid
thought.
really well to let people do that.
Yeah, well, hey, listen.
Somebody was like, Marco, Polo!
I feel like Marco's life may have been the inspiration for the movie Showgirls.
Oh my
Is that-
God.
It could have been. There might
Show
have been
boys.
a pool scene.
Show
There
boys.
might have been a pool scene.
Unheard heroes.
Show boys.
Yeah.
Show boys.
I
Oh
mean,
my God.
Show boys
I-
spelled SHO.
I feel like the perfect, like the peak of wokeness would be 3 dudes writing Showboys as a script.
Let's do it. That's
Like-
us right here. We got
That is
3 dudes right here.
100%.
Let's
yeah.
make show boys.
All you have to do is take Magic Mike and have him fuck.
No, no. It's Magic Mike, but with undocumented people. That's
Why don't we just do Pretty Man?
Yes,
Just Pretty Man. Yeah, he's a
Hey,
prostitute.
it's
He's
the
a
life of a
gigolo.
house husband. No, it's the life of a house husband. A story of truth, like some gay shit like that. That's what you do.
You work
And you know
on
what?
the-
You
Big.
can have. Can you imagine? Like, I find it always funny, like that idea that's like, bro, the idea of being a house husband. You're like, this is the greatest shit ever. This is fantastic. I love it. You kidding me?
Is
No.
Roy Orbison still alive?
I was the house
Right.
husband
Can
for
we
a
get him
while.
to do Pretty Man?
I wasn't a fan.
I'll be honest with you. I love cooking and shit. I'm looking forward to this kind of stuff. And I'm like, yeah, I don't mind cleaning up and stuff. Yeah, I'm okay with it. I'm trying to get my body all nice. I'm like, this is great.
You know,
I'm
Victoria's
teaching you how to
right home
cook.
to her family, like, I got me one of them American slaves. I got
100%.
one.
Yeah. I imported a slave to have in a different country. Aha. Yes,
She colonized the colonizer.
I took that's
American?
100%, bro. That is literally one of my jokes. Where I'm like, the only way it would work. I'm Greek. She's Chinese, also born in the UK. You're like, I had to colonize myself for us to be able to argue properly. We had to be on the same level. Okay. I'm ancient civilization. She's the colonizer of the West. This works. This is
Well, now there's like no buffer. That's just she's just gonna start whipping you, and there's no witnesses now.
that's right. That's my big concern.
That or Dino's gonna snap and she's gonna start building a wall.
She may start locking me in the room. There's a good chance I'm not going to be
She's
allowed to
gonna
leave.
start terrifying you.
And I've
Yeah.
seen some of them horror, like, I don't know, kind of borderline porny fucking Asian ones where they lock people in with just an eye hole so they can watch them do whatever.
Oh, I'm going to jizz in that hole. real
It's
quick.
better than being
Really
stuck
quick.
in the dryer, though.
Oh, I couldn't get in the dryer. There's no way. Not even the industrial ones.
I can see Dino halfway in just.
Did I ever tell you guys I stayed in a friend's house in Williamsburg, New York, and his kitchen had one room for a toilet, and then another room was the shower. And the shower, it was like I had to just like put my arms up to get in. I squirt soap on the top, and then just kind of and try and twist because I couldn't even get my hands down because there was not enough room. I don't know if my balls
You were
got
the
washed that
size of
entire
a
trip.
room, is what you're telling me?
Yeah.
Dude,
it
I
You
was
were big,
small.
bro.
It was small.
You were
I've been in
big,
some
dude.
sketchy showers, dude. like I remember going to taking a shower in Puerto Rico, like at my mom's uncle's house, and it was just
That
basically,
porta potty wasn't a shower, Margo.
dude. It was just basically a fucking corrugated metal fucking shed.
Oh.
And-
those are great. Hey, if you have hot water though, those are great showers.
Yeah. You know what? No, not when you're in the middle of the fucking jungle. You got critters everywhere and no lights.
You know, that makes
Oh, you
a
need
lot of
aqua
sense.
socks for that. That's what Crocs were invented for, right there.
I never thought about it, but when I met my baby mama, I had just moved back in with my mom from my last girlfriend, okay? And she was living with her husband who had a stand shower, no bathtub, just stand shower only. And it was
Yeah.
one of those ones that click, right? And it's
Yeah.
basically just enough for one of you,
Yeah.
people, you
Yeah.
know? And then she came over to my house, my mom's house, and my mom had like the whole duplex to herself.
Yeah.
And she's like, this motherfucker's got it going on. Like, look
Cole got him a double wide.
right? Now I see why she left her
Yeah.
husband for me. Eventually, she's just working her way up every
Power
dude.
face.
It's basically you had a you in? Yeah, I'm in. Gotcha, bitch. Yeah, you thought you were moving on up. You got to work for this.
Right.
And shower sex with two big people ain't fun.
Nope.
Somebody's gonna get hurt. Somebody definitely get hurt, and definitely if you have like one of them in tile fucking soap fucking dishes, those get ripped off very easy.
Listen, I'm just trying to stay standing and not slip on the floor. And you want me to be hard? That's not gonna happen. I can't do both of those.
Dude,
I need
it's
solid
too hot
ground.
in the hot shower, bro.
It's also too, yeah. I'm not gonna, it's wet, but it's still hot.
No, I'm talking about sex with a woman in the shower. That means you're in the back freezing your ass off, wet like a goddamn dog that's been out in the rain, while she's up front and under fucking scalding hot water.
That is not my experience.
She's in between you guys, and you're like,
I'm not freezing my ass off. I'm sitting there about to pass out. I'm like, it's so hot in here.
Why is it so hot? I don't understand.
Marco, you've never been as fat as me and Dino have. Me and Dino have been. Now, mind you, I'm not trying to make fun, but Dino was a lot bigger than me. But even I was obese. I was considered morbidly obese at one point in my life. Trying to fuck in the shower.
Yeah.
Damn near, dude. If I had passed out, they would have to get like a team. To get me out of that bathtub, you know what I mean? You don't know what we're talking about. You don't know what that's like,
bro. The last time, between like the ages of 12 and like 42, I couldn't use a bathtub.
Jesus,
I had to shower. Like
William Shaft over here.
Yeah, no, that was like I would like there was not. You don't want that. Like it's
Dude,
and I was afraid, bro. I was afraid of dying in a bathtub, like no question. Like, it's 100% an issue.
First time I fucking came in a bathtub was the last bath I ever took.
No, 100%, bro. Yeah. I'm like, I'll have a
I'm like, wait a minute, this is floating around with me.
I'll have a shower and then have a bath. Like I'm not having a bath and then that's it. I'm like, no, that's Dino soup. Not interested. That's disgusting.
You gotta have a bath and then the shower. You get.
Oh yeah. Listen, you could do that, but I'm like, no. I wanna have an enjoyable bath. Like, actually, you know what? We usually go to a hotel, like just as a little getaway. Now we just have a house. So like,
I used to do that too. Get away with my girlfriend. I don't do that anymore.
But no, we'll get like a jacuzzi and like, bro, I'll have a good shower, clean myself off, then some Epsom salts, jacuzzi, and just fucking sit there. Oh, that's fucking top tier shit.
Put the jet bubbler right on your butthole.
Oh, I get it right behind my balls. It's a lot better.
Yeah, you can't put it on your
butthole.
No, it's not.
It's like a little.
Trust me.
Hey,
go a little lower, Dino. Go a little lower. I promise you.
You got to get a ricochet off your taint, and it feels like someone's just massaging your testicles.
The whole thing.
Your taint is tough, right?
It's that whole area
on your nuts. Yeah, it's just nice and clean.
From north to south is just a great whole area.
Yeah.
Remember, the compass involves the ethnics.
No. Because look, I have one of those shower heads. I have a chick shower head. You know, you can change things on it.
Oh, I got one.
get it nice and thorough. You're right. You get hit. You come from behind and hit the back of the balls. You get the taint real good. But I have found out that if you angle that in a certain position, you hit a magic button that you will shoot yourself.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, that's why I like the Toto, bro. It washes my butthole and everything. I felt a little backed up. Went on the Toto. It's all good. No problem.
You hit that magic button. You're not coming. You're shitting.
Yeah, no. So that's the thing is it throws a little water in there to loosen things up, and then everything's good to go. It's fucking great.
I had a Turbo 9000, like fucking to put out fucking fire.
I said it on stage a while ago. I was like, I don't feel as gay as I thought I would. I don't. I was like, no, a lot less.
Gay.
Not gay.
It's only gay if it involves another man.
Also true. That's fact.
I feel like it's gay if you hit that button.
No, hey man, if I start my day with a good shit, I feel great.
Yeah, dude. Sometimes you need to take a shit. I can't shit every day. That's just part of life.
But that's not good. You got to work on that.
I'm working on it, but it's not helping.
You got to do your crunches and your Kegels. Everything tighten up.
I'm just gonna die of an obstruction. That's all. I've accepted that. Fuck it.
I used to do Kegels. Like I used to be able to fucking like lift a goddamn weight with my cock. But I got lazy, so now it's just like,
I'm not as concerned about erectile dysfunction as most men are. Because most dudes I hear.
It's because you're 31, you fuckhead. It's because you're 31.
Now, yeah, it's not a problem at all for me. But like most dudes I hear talk about it, they're like, I'm worried I'm going to be less of a man. Even the dudes that get like whiskey dick or coke dick or whatever, and I'm just like. Do you know how much work I'll get done if I don't have to fuck bitches? I don't have to worry about like my dick doesn't work.
Back and forth, like my dick don't work.
I don't care. I will be happy that it don't work. I'm I'm waiting 9 more years, dude. 9 more years, and that shit's just gonna stop working. That's the magical number. My luck, it'll work till I'm 70.
I had a story that I used to tell about wanting to. I think I'm gonna start doing cocaine again. I had to quit because I couldn't fuck. You can't fuck on coke. You ever try to fuck on coke and your dick just gets that half hard to it? You kind of it's like a fucking condom full of mashed potatoes.
I believe. Yeah, the term is thumbing in a softie. That's what it is.
I mean, I have that problem with most bitches anyway.
See, okay, the way I think about this is I can always get me hard. It's on you. It's not on me.
I agree because
I'm bored. I got a pocket pussy in the shower and I even get bored. I look at him just.
I get the happy most with most bitches anyway. Like it's like I don't really like you. That's what they're like.
That's the
you're
problem.
Not really hard. I'm like I just don't like you. Like
like if I don't like you right now, like you're not doing right. You're just not doing
fake a nut, dude.
Yeah. Oh yeah, millions of times. So many times, dude.
Dude, I faked a nut in a blowjob one time.
I don't know if you can get away with that.
Look, it took some convincing.
There's so many bitches. Marco,
I wouldn't waste a lie on that. I just be like, yeah, no, I'm not doing this anymore.
There's so many bitches that were trying to convince me that I knocked them up. They're like, I think I'm pregnant. I'm like, I don't think you are. No. They're like, no, but like, didn't you? No, just I didn't.
And sometimes you just get bored. You're just like, man, my show's about
30 minutes in, you're like, I'm tired of this. Can we
30 minutes? The fuck out of here.
If it's good, we go for a minute, a long minute, but I didn't been known to put in work. But there's also been times where I'm just like, bite down on the tongue ring a little.
I gotta be honest with you. There's only been like 2 good pussies I've ever had in my life. Like, and I still try to hit them up. They don't answer.
Remember back in 12th grade when we were under the bleachers? You did that thing with your finger in my butt.
Facts.
I'll pay your Uber bill. Can you come over?
In high school, you're getting a finger in your butt. Jesus Christ,
That would freak me the fuck out in high school.
that's
I'd
early,
be like, no,
bro.
that's gay. That's gay.
You're-
What are you doing, Mike? That's gay.
Marco's a bloomer, man.
Yeah. Hey, man.
Hey, man.
Shit.
That's what happens when you're.
Marco was having trouble coming in 11th grade. Jesus.
Yeah, because he was empty. He's like, they're like, more work. We've been working overtime.
So
day after
many.
day.
So many. I bet you his body count was like 70 by the time he fucking
Gross.
graduated.
That's so gross. Do you know what your body count is, Marco?
Bob,
It's-
yeah, I do.
He's
Is
not gonna tell us,
more?
though.
Is it more than 2 digits?
Yes.
So it's 3 digits.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Wow, bro. Wow. That's a lot.
Yeah, my dick done hit the crap table quite a few times.
Yeah.
Oh, it's crapping out for sure.
It's done. I mean, unless I didn't grab me, one of them good bottles of them little pink footballs or
Did
beach footballs.
I started looking at my dick recently, and I started realizing there's dents in it. Is yours like deformed? Like now, like there's like shapes missed, like chunks missing out of my shit.
Nah,
I'm like, damn.
What the fuck? No.
the one thing I've been complimented on more than my eyebrows during my life is my dick. For some reason, I don't know what other guys' dicks look like, but apparently I got a pretty dick.
Mine. No, I'm not. When I say chunks, I mean like there's like little
Yeah,
like
chunks and penises
speckles.
do not go together.
Right.
Hey, you should see somebody about that.
I'm like my shit is like well used. Let's put it like that. It's not. It's retired.
Yeah, but you're making it sound okay. So there's well used, and you're making it sound like it's hamburger. Like that's not.
No,
Those aren't good.
I'm nowhere near his number. I'm nowhere near his number.
No, that's
But
why.
mine put some work in. Okay, like so I know his has been through the meat grinder.
Quality, his is battered and his numbers are low because he was fucking.
My numbers are not low for the records. They're just not as high as yours.
I'm basically a virgin right now. Okay, like
Compared to
on
us,
YouTube. Yeah.
Compared to us,
Yeah. Come on.
Dino's rethinking his life. He's like,
No, I'm not rethinking anything. But it's
I
more
feel
so
like
I'm just like
for as many vaginas I've been in, I feel like being Greek, Dino has been in that many buttholes.
being Greek. Dino's been in that. No, not that many. No, I've been in less buttholes than front holes.
Dude, this one time, Dino came over to my house, and I was showing her like pictures of a chick that I was talking to at the time.
It sounded good. We started talking about
Shut up. It wasn't gay. And Dino he was like looking at the conversation I was having with her, and I don't remember what we were talking about, but he was like, "You better tell her to let you put it in her butt or whatever." I was like, "Oh, I've already done that." He was like, "What?" And I'm like, "Yeah, just these bitches just do that now." Like, and Dino was like,
Dude, I had an ex that used to have a fit. Like she would just bring it up when we were out and about with other people. Like, he doesn't like putting it in my butt. First of all, why are you telling people this?
"Right."
Second of all, no, I don't. I don't like pulling out and having a chocolate chip on the end of my dick. It's fucking gross. It's
Yeah, that's fair.
gross.
Oh my god! Like Dino doesn't understand. Dino's been married his whole adult life, essentially. So, like with there's a small portion of time where he wasn't.
Yeah.
He doesn't know.
And that smell don't come off for days.
Right. That
Like your dick and balls smell like just straight food for days.
I wish you and me, Marco, could explain to him what the absolute Babylon the dating scene is now.
It's just Sodom and Gomorrah. That's just fucking.
Sodom and Gomorrah was when I was coming up. That was
Right.
fun. This is just straight.
Yeah, this is something else now.
Like that's the thing, man. Like it feels weird because I'm just like I'm a vanilla pervert. I'm like I like a pretty face and big tits. I'm good, no problem. It's very simple, nothing weird. And
ain't
people are
even
like,
reason they
I
call
need
it
you to,
sodomy.
days.
I need somebody to punch me in the kidneys before I can come. You're like, what the fuck is wrong with you? That's not, you need a doctor. That's not,
Well, when a bitch says something like that to me, I'm like, "You're just not gonna come." I'm sorry. Like, it's just
That's
sorry.
so
It's
weird.
just me tonight.
Well, it's also weird that like men are like, women will accuse men of being perverts. And then you're like, listen, you women joke about, you're like, I'm feeding my family this cucumber. And little they didn't know 2 days ago it was inside me. You're like, that's fucking disgusting.
Ah,
You're like, what the fuck's wrong with you? And they're
I
like,
ain't never heard nothing like that.
you're like, that's not funny. You're
I got
nasty.
horror stories, bro. Like one chick that we got done, she went into her kitchen, like, cause we was in the living room. She went into her kitchen and grabbed the wash rag that she was washing dishes with to clean up, tossed it at me to wipe up with, and then tossed it back in the fucking dish sink.
Mm-mm.
You nasty bitch. Your babies is eating out of it. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah.
Oh,
like,
bro.
I
My
mean,
baby mama put a carrot in her ass one time.
Oh, dude, I've stuck plenty
I
of.
watched her do it. I was there.
Nah, I've done.
Like a big one, like a whole, not a baby carrot, like
No.
a whole carrot.
I'm talking about like bottles, like bottles, like pop bottles, like
I mean,
glass pop bottles.
there's I mean, that was like the weirdest thing. She bought like a foot long dildo and put in her ass one time too. I was just like, what is happening?
That's
I
all
was
right.
like, she's definitely gonna leave me now.
Are you-
Like,
Oh, you ever meet a chick who starts crying when she comes? If that don't make you feel like Kobe, oh my god!
What the
Was
fuck?
was it when she cried?
Like no, in the mid, like
I don't know. I don't know
tears,
if she came or not.
fucking tears came down. I'm like, oh my god, I'm going to jail. I'm going to jail. I'm like, are you okay? You did want to do this. We weren't drinking. I mean, no. It just happens when I come. Well, you could have warned a motherfucker.
It's the tears of joy. Like,
Okay, but okay, let's be honest though. Is that not going to kill your erection if some girl's like, "Hey, just so you know, if I start crying, you're doing a great job." You're like, "What the fuck?"
I think I would.
If
I
she'd have
think I
told me
would.
ahead of time, I'd be looking
Honestly,
for tears, or I didn't do it right.
it would.
Told me
It
ahead.
would. If she told me that, I think I'd probably come instantly. Like it would be like insta hard, bro. Like what? You cry and come? That's dope.
Yeah, dude.
I'm into it.
I do it.
Because I gotta be honest with you, some of these bitches just be crying for no fucking. I just say some funny shit. They're like, "That's not funny." I'm like, "It was pretty funny to me," and then they start crying, and I'm having a great time. Like,
I've had chicks like when they come, they start laughing.
I've never heard that one.
Dude, the first time I'm looking at it like, bitch, like I ain't.
Oh,
Like, she's like, no, it's not that. Like, but then after I found out, that's how I knew when she was coming. She started fucking just laughing out of nowhere.
Laughing. She is.
that is a bonkers woman.
Imagine her life, like during her life, every guy that she had sex with probably felt like this fucking small because she just started laughing at him.
Like, oh, I'd kick her out of the bed just immediately. I'm pulling it out. I'm like, I'm not coming anymore. That's it. Fuck you.
Or
I
you
would ask-
ever meet
I
one?
would
that
want
likes
in on
to
the
be
joke.
but
I
didn't
would be
tell
like,
you
"What's
that they
funny?"
faint?
No, Marco, I have not. I have not met a woman who said I like to be choked, but also I faint. No, that has not been my experience.
You don't choke bitches, Marco?
I-
Dino?
I had a chick tell me
That's
she liked to
basic
be
shit.
choked.
Choking?
So, we're going at it, but she never told me that she just randomly faints like one of them fucking goats that you scared. So I'm choking this chick, and we're going at it, and all of a sudden she's out. Boom, blue screen. Control Alt Delete. Shit is out, dude. I'm freaking the fuck out. Like,
Yeah.
Oh my god. I'm thinking like, does this bitch got some bleach in the house? I'm gonna drag her to the bathtub.
Yeah, hold on. But did you still come?
Yeah, of course. That's like when the dog licked my ass when I was going at it. Do you keep going? Yeah, you just smack his fucking nose away.
Right, exactly. Do you know? You remember the chick I dated last year that like lost her mind?
Yeah.
She liked it when I did her doggy style, and then I put my foot on her face. She told me to do that. She was like, "Put your foot on my face." I was like, "Okay."
You know what? Like, listen, watch
some fucking skill too. That's some.
It
It
does.
does.
That is a lot. That is
You
a
have
lot
to
of
be
flexibility.
pretty bendy.
Yeah, you do.
And I was fat too. Like I was a lot fatter
Oh.
I was last year than I was this year.
Yeah.
Like
You're like the fat ballerina guy who does the fucking rollerblading. It's like, this is the peak, Bill.
let's put it like this: that at that time, I didn't even bend over to tie my own shoes. I tied them and then put them on.
Yeah.
So and then she
I've
was
been
like, "Put your foot on my face." Okay, all right, I'm gonna try. Like
that is a nasty.
and think of the weight
Yeah,
that was on her
If
face.
you didn't counterbalance that shit right, that's why she's retarded now.
Okay, but like in all sincerity, if a girl's like, I need you to put your foot on my face, I'd be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like,
I don't even ask questions anymore at this
Dude,
point.
you ever just fall out of some pussy from a leg cramp?
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Yeah, you're about the age for this cold. That's when it started happening. Just
Oh, that shit
you're
was
doing
happening to
that-
me back when I was drinking.
Dude, I was in the middle of a threesome, fell out like a little bitch. Like I literally was right out the pussy. You ever have a chick just stand over you like, are you okay?
I've never
You
been
need
in a
hand?
threesome.
Huh?
I've never been in a threesome. I've never
Really?
done that. Yeah, I've never done that. I've tried. Trust me, I've tried so many times. I can never get it to happen. Like it's just, it's.
Don't get it to
I
happen. It's
juggle
just-
enough as it is getting one chick to come over, or me to come over, whatever. Two chicks. That's so. Okay, think about. Okay, first off, think of my personality. Okay, y'all already hear what I like have to say about women. They know what's up. And then now I have to try and convince two chicks at the same time that I'm full of shit. You know what I mean? Like,
because there's some chicks who like that shit. Like I knew a chick.
not
Like-
two at the same time though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of
One of them will. Look, so this is the thing is, you know what the problem is? You're flipping a coin because two friends, one is gonna want to be.
No,
the
they never
greatest.
got. They can't be friends. They cannot be friends.
That's
Oh,
what
I
it
thought-
mostly was trying to do. I got very
Oh.
close
Well,
with
you
friends and multiple times,
Can't,
but
no, not with friends.
couldn't do it.
Nope.
Couldn't do it.
I don't think you should fuck your friends. I don't think that's. A
Oh,
healthy
I'm
thing.
never friends with women.
Oh,
It's
okay.
never my friends.
Oh, I
They
don't-
were
oh,
friends.
Yeah.
yeah, that's weird. But you know what though? But chicks are weird. Every time girls are like, "Well, I think this." You're like, why are you talking? Get the fuck
There's
out
lots of women that will convince you they're bi, and then they just won't have a three-way with you.
Now you know what the
Like-
ones that used to piss me off. Like there was a chick I was with her for fucking at least 10 years. One of my very first long-term
Oh,
relationships.
you romantic.
And like shit, I'll never forget in the beginning. She was like, "Oh yeah, I had a threesome, and me and these girls do this and this and that, but I can never do that with you. I love you."
You're like, damn it.
I can't share you with no. What the? That makes sense. If you love me, then that should be the thing we do.
That's the same thing my baby mama said. She was like, I've had so many three-ways, but never with you. I would never do that with you. I'm like, ugh.
Thanks a lot, dirty cunt.
Bro.
I wonder
That
if she'd
is-
do it now. Do you think my baby mom would do it now? She don't love me anymore.
It would probably be with like two dudes.
I think
though.
that would be the
That's
stupidest
fine.
thing you could ever do in your fucking life.
Oh yeah. If you put your wiener in that again, you're gonna get sick. Just for sure.
I'm okay with it.
You shouldn't.
I
Don't do it.
wouldn't even. You know what's sick? What he means sick by sick and looking at your paycheck when you got 2 child support payments.
Yeah. Was more. Also, it was a double
Worth it.
entendre.
Worth it.
Yeah. Bro, can you imagine getting baby trapped twice by the same broad?
Worth
Fuck,
it. It was worth
bro.
it the first time. Well, I love my kid. If I can have another one, like
Yeah.
realistically, truly, and I mean this. This isn't a drunk haze or anything. I mean this. That bitch is stupid for leaving me because we made the perfect child. We really did. He's fucking awesome. I love that kid.
No.
death.
See, this is the problem, Cole. The first one always comes out like you. My
Yeah.
first
He
one, my
does.
first
He's
daughter-
just like me.
my first daughter, my daughter Maria, she ain't never gonna have a good relationship in her life because she's just like me. But she is just like me. My daughter Maria is cool as fuck. We go hang out, we drink together, we smoke together, we like the same music. You know, we got the same values, the views or whatever. It's them second and third ones that go to because your second one's gonna be just like her. And
Okay,
you
hold
can't
on.
stand her.
That don't make no sense because if it always comes out like you, then what's her side of the story? Because it doesn't come out like her at all.
The second one is gonna come out like her. And
Like
then
her.
you're paying for that time.
Hey, hold on. This thing is, Cole's thinking, yeah, I'll have another boy. Yeah, but what if you have another girl,
I'll slap her.
bro? Hey, just
Yeah,
remember, nothing.
Yeah.
The universe is gonna give you a girl.
Hear it from him. Nothing will break your heart like your daughter. Just straight up.
Okay.
Hey,
All right,
nothing.
Could
hey,
you imagine? Could you
nothing.
imagine
A bunch
me?
of 'em, they'll stomp on that shit like little
Could
fucking.
you imagine me as a girl dad?
Oh.
That would
Hey.
be the show. That would be the podcast.
Yeah,
Fucking A1, the whole fucking time she's pregnant to the delivery, just every day Cole fucking gives an update. That would be fucking great. 18 years of money right there.
bro. Like, hey, for real, it would 100%. That would be your whole everything. And like,
When she's about 16, I hit her with, okay, so this is why everything about you is wrong. Like
yeah.
you're
Oh,
a lesser
She's about
human being.
16, she's gonna be carting you around in a wheelchair at the old folks' home.
I can only imagine how
30,
hated,
calm down.
like how hated you would be by women as you're like, my channel is called Girl Dad, and it just gets popular because guys are like, look at this fucking homo, and you're like, no, I'm not even gay, and people are like, what the fuck, he's not even gay, and then like, bro, that guys would love it, and women would immediately fucking hate you, but you'd probably get hate fucked a lot. Like,
Yeah, that's mostly what happens to me.
Coming on and makeup done. Yeah, this little bitch did
No.
my makeup.
bro,
No.
you know what though? Listen, with your fucking ADHD autistic ass, can you imagine if his daughter's like, I want to have braids? This fucker will be on a beach in the Caribbean learning how to braid from some
I
fucking
did. I
crazy
did.
bitch.
I used to braid my daughter's hair with the
100%.
little balls and the little barrettes and all that shit.
Yeah,
and
but you're Caribbean, bro.
I mean,
I'm white.
I didn't learn from the Caribbean. I learned from the projects.
tomato. It's fine.
I would learn how to dreadlock. Like, where's the
first
where's
5-year-old
the
girl with
Crisco?
threads down her ass? Yeah, you're like, oh, that's
Where's
perfect.
the Crisco? Let me.
oh.
She'll be 6 years old. Every fucking person in school will be like, "You're trying to appropriate." No, my dad
And she's
just
like,
fucking
nah, man, the South will rise again.
If ever a school comes to me and
Lord
it's
have
like,
mercy.
you're appropriating a culture with your child, I'd be like, I'm white. Cultural appropriation is my culture. Okay, so
100%.
get the fuck out of my face.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's peak fucking wokeism right there.
If an
Yeah.
Asian wants to try and fucking wear dreads, that's cultural appropriation. When a white guy wants to wear dreads, that's his culture. Okay, every culture is white people culture.
Wear dreads, they're gonna get killed by their government.
So gross, bro. Whenever I see a white,
let's explain this real quick. Why?
whenever I see a white person with dreads, I'm like,
You're dirty.
you're dirty. You're like,
You know,
you're
don't be
nasty.
jealous. Don't be jealous.
I had a daughter that had dreads for a while, and I just looked at her and I'm like, just go take a shower. Just go take a shower.
Just stop. No one gives a shit.
Nowadays-
Fucking wash it.
Nowadays, when the white girls have dreads, most likely they have armpit hair.
Yeah.
And they're
Probably
like,
good drugs.
Yeah, dude,
Probably good drugs.
if it's a non-black girl with dreads and it's a chick, you know her pH
oh
balance
no,
is
I done
all
seen
off.
the black girls do it too. They get that little, it looks like ground beef under their arm.
No,
Oh, it's fucking gross. It's gross.
no.
And the Puerto Rican,
The pH balance is off.
and
Oh,
it's
yeah.
better than the Puerto
Whatever.
Rican.
Whatever's bad.
No lie, like one of the big reasons why I never dated Puerto Rican chicks is they at fucking before even teenage they got mustaches. Some of them, when they get or later on, they start getting goatees, and then their family don't tell them to get rid of it. It's all dude. I had the biggest crush on this one girl, and she was like 2 years older than me. She invited me over to her graduation, or it was a birthday party. I went in there like a G. I'm dressed in a suit. I got a fucking dozen of roses. I come in, give them to her in front of her family. I'm looking like a G. We sneak off into her bedroom later on. She takes her top off. I go to kiss on her chest, and I'm like,
she got nipple hair.
Bitch had chest hair. Like, I ain't even have chest hair yet. Bitch had chest hair. I was like, I think you. I don't know if we should be doing this right now.
Why? What is it with? Why are the women hairy in that culture? The men aren't.
I don't know.
To fight off the men.
She was white as fucking raw chicken. I mean, she was one of them Puerto Ricans, but fuck, that
Marco,
the hair was visible. Like the fucking hair was visible.
Don't be jealous though, just because when they get their first mustache, they get a quinceañera, and when you get your first mustache, you have to get a job.
Just now, I'm still trying not to fuck up a little bit of hair because oh my goddamn,
still growing it, huh? Still, it's. I have a mustache at 47.
The lady that my dad used to fuck before he died, that bitch looked like Billy D. Williams.
Hey, man, we're here for the Millennium Falcon.
I feel like we were already canceled, and we're like, might as well go for home. Just fine.
Hey,
he threw a fastball pitch, and we were like, boom.
We're like, oh yeah, we like that. No problem. Just keep it going.
Oh, we knock fastballs out the park, bro.
Bro, and you know what the weird thing is when you see a girl who's got like hairy forearms, and the next time you see her, they don't have hairy forearms. You're like, so it's like a whole lifetime thing. You're gonna have to like, you ain't getting rid of it. You're just shaving it every so often. You're like,
I can't fuck with those girls with the hairy the forearms. I can't.
Well, they'll beat you up. They'll beat you up.
Yeah, they're aggressive. They cuss and shit.
Yeah.
Dude, my god sisters when we were growing up, you know, they're black. And they thought just because they were black, they didn't have to shave their legs. It was like,
nope.
No, it blends in. No, bitch, it don't blend in. You got black on top of brown. You look like fucking. You got chocolate chips on you.
That's Velcro, bro.
Oh yeah,
dude, terrible.
Hey man, that's just it.
That's straight up like.
No, and you know what though? Like that's the thing is. Look, it's 2025. You got to do some fucking maintenance. Just maintain the property. Like you don't have to have like bushes shaped like a unicorn and shit, but maintain the property. You know, mow the lawn every so often. Do the edges.
I never forget one of my exes, one of my baby's mamas. When I first like got reacquainted with her, I knew her from school, and then when we got reacquainted. First time we went at it, she dropped her drawers. I thought she still had drawers on. Like, you ever see the bush that went up around, like, to the side of the hips? Like, she had... I'm like, did you take your drawers off? Like, what's going on there? Like, what?
She's still... It's, like, censored. She takes them all off, and it's censored.
Black box,
can't see nothing.
The box was blackened. It was...
I've never run into that situation.
Oh, dude.
I've never run into that situation.
A couple of times. Like, I don't mind going retro here and there, but bitch, like shave your thighs.
Actually, the only chick that ever I really came into that like similar situation was my baby mama, where I was like, "Can you shave?" It's been a minute, and she was like,
"And he has Munchausen disease or whatever the fuck that's called."
Munchausen disease? No.
What's the disease that you start caring for your captor?
Oh, Stockholm.
Yeah, Stockholm. You got Stockholm syndrome from your baby mama.
No. I'm just saying that's the only chick that I ever dealt with that situation.
He definitely does.
Where she was dead ass. I was like, "Can you shave?" Like it's been a minute, and she was just, "I thought you liked a real woman," and I'm like,
"No,
not if this is a real woman." Like I gotta be honest with you. She was
I love when it's as soon as they do shit that women we assume shouldn't be doing. They're like, "Well, I'm a real woman." You're like, "No. I want the lady one, the one that
Yeah,
fancy."
whatever
I
you
don't
were
want the
doing 10
whore.
years ago
Yeah.
No,
when we
we don't
met.
want the woke woman, the guy woman.
Right.
If you want it rough, just say so. You don't have to go all
Just
fucking.
because you're being lazy doesn't make you a real woman.
That's
a real
100%
woman
what
would
it
put
is.
in some fucking effort.
Dude, my daughter came in like she does it every so
Oh
often.
no. Okay,
Her-
hold on.
Fuck out of me. She lifts her arms up and it's worth
Hmm.
it. I'm like, you not look, well, there's nothing wrong with it. Nobody's gonna I see it and you smell funny. Fucking go shave.
100%.
How
Said
old
no.
is she?
I heard a female in the background say no. Yes.
That's my brother.
Oh.
That's a different show. It's fine. Anyway.
What? How old is your daughter?
The one I'm talking about, she's 22.
Okay, and does she shave her armpits?
When I
Finally.
make her,
All right, tell her to hit me up
Oh.
after she shaves. Though.
I would
you have
never.
to keep her.
If
You
I
have,
had, hey,
you
I have to keep her.
her.
Is she
You have
hot?
to keep her. That-
I mean, you can't answer that question, but
That's perspective. You gotta keep her.
send me a
Yeah,
picture.
hey.
Send me a picture.
I tell that to my wife. I'm like, hey, there's no returns, no exchanges. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not signing shit.
Okay,
returns,
since the
isn't it?
divorcee.
That's right. I'll never leave again. It's fine. You couldn't get me out with a fucking forklift. That's fine.
Like, I'll gain all this weight back, bitch. You ain't gonna get me through
Mostly-
that fucking door.
Mostly, Dino, you don't want to leave just because you know what it's like out there. We're telling you about these streets.
Hey, I would never. Hey,
I'm going out there. I'm not going to do
Listen,
it.
look, I
You
would
can't make
never.
me leave, bitch.
Yeah, no, I would never. No.
I heard
Feel
what
like
Marco
if
and
Victoria
Cole
left
said.
Dino, if Victoria left Dino would become trans. He's like, I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it. I'll carry a fancy purse.
Hey,
I mean,
I would. Hey, the problem is that, like, look, bro, I've gotten off the bus and I literally have to yell at the person in front of me because they're walking like a psychopath. I'm like, hey, I'm just trying to walk home. Do you want me to change, go to the other side of the road? They're like, yes, please. No problem. Just fine. It's no problem. You think I could walk up to women? No, that's fucking terrifying. And I'll go to jail. And no one's going to be like, yeah, you look innocent. No, I look like a murderer.
That's a risk we take too, though. It's really.
I know, but this
the
is
more-
I can't refute it with like,
I don't know.
I got
Dino.
a nice
I don't
smile.
know. I think
No.
you do well. I think you do well. Not that I'm trying to advocate you for leaving your wife. I'm just
Yeah.
saying,
Yeah,
like, the
but
more dangerous you look, the more into you they are.
Hey, just
Yeah,
after
You
I
end up
separated,
with a dangerous female and you get stabbed in your sleep.
hey,
I mean, that's a part of it. That happens. I've been stabbed twice.
I was separated from my ex-wife, and we hadn't gotten divorced yet, but I also didn't know she was pregnant. And I went to a bar, and it was all younger people, and one girl looked at it was too
What do you
warm
mean
for
younger
coach.
people. Weren't you like 25 at the time?
Yeah, but they were like 18. So,
At the
So,
bar?
anyways,
Oh, it's Canada. I forget. Y'all
Yeah.
can drink at 18 there.
but 19, but yeah, like they were hot chicks. You let hot chicks in at 18. They're legal to fuck. Just let them in. So, but the whole idea is that it was too hot to have a coat check, but too cold to not have a coat, you know? So, this girl who's wearing basically a fucking belt, I smile at her. She looks at me. She goes, "You can keep me warm, teddy bear." And I'm like, I am in no way, shape, or form prepared for this conversation. I'm like, okay. And I just walk away.
She was
And
just
all my friends are like,
handing
bro, just go talk to her. I'm like, get fucked, bro. I'm here to drink. I can't
She
do
was
anything.
handing it to you on a platter, bro.
Yeah,
She had a hot little number, but I liked her friend. Her friend was way hotter. Yeah. Well, no, I just was big and burly at that time.
Just because you like the friend better doesn't mean, unless there's an obvious pathway to the hotter friend, doesn't mean you're gonna get her. Take the easy money, bro. Like, what the fuck?
No, I was still
Take
at
the
that point.
wounded elk that's behind the line and you just
Right.
bend her over and you
Fuck.
start thinking about the other one.
Don't you know how to invest? Like you can even there's a pathway to her too through
You
the
guys-
friend. You get the friend,
You
you
guys don't
fuck with her
understand.
for a little bit for a few weeks, and then you cheat on her with the best friend. That's what you do. Best
Okay.
friends love cheating with
I
them.
got,
You
I
guys-
got a cold, like I could never do that. Like I'd never fuck with one of my ex's friends or nothing like that. To me, that's
I
just
do it. Fuck them.
kind of just like a rule. Like I just
Yeah.
like
I
no,
would
you
never.
might go there.
I would never ever sleep with one of my friends' girlfriends. But what I will do is sleep with one of my girlfriend's friends. I don't give a fuck.
Okay. So you guys don't understand. Victoria asked me out. I never asked Victoria out.
Yeah,
Like,
but Asians
I'm
That
not-
happens. That
No,
happens.
but you understand? Like, I would never be like, "Hey, you want to go out?" Like, just I would never ask a woman out. I'd be like,
it
"Oh,
was
no."
like they had that Roots auction. You know, he was
Yeah, no, I
standing
can't.
with the rest of the Mandingos. It's like I'll
Hey.
pick that one right there.
Like, listen, you guys
But
heard
Dina,
the
did you
story.
ask her to dance with you? Isn't that
Uh,
how you met? You
yeah,
said,
yeah,
I would
no,
like to
so
dance with you. That's
I had met
essentially
her-
the same shit.
Oh, maybe. Well, I didn't touch her with my wiener. We just danced.
Yeah, but if you dance with her, she's how tall is she?
5'4".
It's like
Yeah, she was
4'11".
dancing with the wiener.
Yeah, I got.
You're fucking. You were her head was a resting place for your ball sack, bro.
Yeah, dude. I mean, you know, your first dance was actually fucking light porn. It was basically. I mean, if we were in the same fucking boxes that we're in now, you would see this little Asian lady and a bit just you from the waist down, and her face like she's eye to eye with your cock.
We would be like, if we saw that in real time, and we didn't know who you are, me and Marco would be like, that giant is molesting that lady right there. Like
That
That's
giant
exactly
little
it.
girl, somebody call somebody.
And at the time,
is she safe?
hey, that same week, I had found out my ex-wife was pregnant by some other dude. Okay. So like I went to that party and I walked up. So one of the girls I knew from high school, she's like, "Hey, how's it going?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm good." She goes, "How's your ex-wife?" And I go, "She's pregnant." She goes, "Oh my God, congratulations." I'm like, No, it's not mine.
And not like pour salt on the wound.
She's like,
Right.
what the fuck? I'm like, "You want to do a shot?" She's like, "Yeah, I'll do a shot." Yeah. So I was just doing a shot to entrance with people. You want to hear something crazy? My wife's pregnant with someone else's child. You want to do a shot? That's basically what I was doing. I got up to 34 drinks, probably 36 drinks,
Jesus fucking Christ.
and I blacked out. But hilariously, I talked. So my last memory of the night, my last memory of the night is a girl I've known since grade 2 comes and sit with me. Or no, I sat with her. I go, "Hey, how's it going?" She goes, "I'm good." I'm like, "We should talk." And she goes, "What do you want to talk about?" And I wake up in the morning. Okay. The next time I see her, she's like, "You and me, like, we're like this. We have this connection from that conversation." And I'm like, what? What did we talk about that did it the most in this conversation? I have no idea what I said. No recollection whatsoever.
We know what you said. Me and Marco both know what you said.
Hey.
You just throw cock at her?
Yeah.
Hey,
That's what it sounds like.
I have no idea.
Well,
The
she
next
said
I know
she has a
is I wake
connection.
up at my friend's
Sounded like
house.
you made a connection.
That was a conversation.
I have no idea. No idea what. And I'm like, I don't know what I said. But she was like, "We're so connected." And I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay.
You dropped some kids inside her.
That's
I don't
like
think so.
you're cocked nected.
I don't think so.
I
She's
don't
not my
think so.
type or anything.
He's
Uh.
thinking. He's like, I don't
I don't
don't
think
know.
so. No.
75% of the women I have been with are not my type.
I would say that too.
Now, I like blonde hair, blue eyed women. That's really my type.
You
The
race-
majority of women I've been with are not that.
you want an Aryan, the Aryan race? That's called eugenics.
My
Yeah,
ex-wife
I mean,
was blonde.
I got no problem saying that. My son is
Bro.
blonde.
My
so-
ex-wife was 5'11", blonde hair, blue eyes.
Yeah. See, at
an
least she
Amazon.
came up to your chin. You know, your chin came up to your balls.
Yeah.
5'11".
Oh,
That's
she was
a
5'11".
man,
She was an
bro.
Amazon. Yeah. No.
That's a man.
Yeah.
She had an
Oh,
I like
Adam's
tall-
apple and everything.
No.
I
No.
like
No.
tall girls.
She had
Shit.
big titties. She was a farm girl.
I don't like tall women at all. I'm not a fan.
He's like, bad enough they fuck me over. They ain't gonna be intimidating me too. Looking down on me.
Exactly.
Oh no,
My
she
baby
tried.
mama's
she-
5'3", bro. Like,
Hey,
nah.
her dad is 6'6" and her uncle is 6'8", and both of them I talked down to them because I'm like, no, I'll fuck you up. And
That's
they're like,
the other
what?
thing.
I'm
She
like,
can't-
anytime. Like
she
I
can't
actually got.
strong dad either. Like,
Well, her dad was 6'6", and he was like, oh, don't you ever say anything. I'm like, I'll say whatever I want, old man. If you have a problem, you come down here and I'll show you what I could say any day of the week. I'm like, I'll fucking destroy you. You come down here, I'll show you what's boss. Me. And he was like, oh yeah. I'm like, I'm not hanging up. Any fucking time, bro. Come down. I'll show you. Okay. And he ended up hanging up with me. I'm like, yeah, because you're a bitch. I don't run away from shit. It was good. It felt great. Because I was very much, I'm like, oh, you want this? Anytime. Wake
That's
me up,
hilarious.
bro. I will brutalize your life. Okay.
I feel like Dino's gonna be in the middle of a fast. It's gonna be like his third day into a fast, feeling all kind of weak, and he's just gonna wake up with a fucking family of giants staring down at him.
Oh, bro, I'll bite them.
What did you
That's
say?
immediately I'm like, all right, daddy's breaking his fast with your fucking face. Ow! Like, oh yeah, no. You can't even. Bro, I've been in fights where I lost, and I'm like, that's all right. Y'all gonna limp from tomorrow. That's
Yeah,
fine.
that's it.
Hey,
Yeah,
I may get my ass booked, but none of you forgetting today. That's how that works.
the only time I ever had, there was only one girlfriend I had, and it was in high school that had that talk with the dad. And the dad was like, if you break her heart, I'll break your legs. And I just did the Jesse Pinkman. I was like, okay. Like,
Yeah.
it's-
I've never had
Fuck.
had a dad try and be like, be careful, take care of my daughter. I just said, be careful of what? Nothing.
Right.
I'm like, I'm the captain now. Don't
I ain't never
don't
had
pretend, man.
a dad come at me, but I did have a mom grab me by my throat one time, and I looked at her. I was like, "The fuck are you doing?
Oh, he gave you a
You
boner.
better
didn't
not
he?
do this with my daughter." I was like,
I know how you are. You like them older bitches too, Marco. You
you
were in high school. You knocked up an older bitch.
Hey,
I know how you are.
Let's be honest. Of all the people here, fuck the daughter, fuck the mom. It's right here. This one's done that shit.
Yeah.
No
yeah.
question.
No, I've done sisters. I've never did a mom and a daughter.
You may not have known, but that mom might have hunted you down, or the daughter. You never know. That should happen. We
It
just
may
are
not
weird
have
about this shit.
happened, but it just hasn't happened yet.
Oh, so factual, bro. I see
Well,
those fucking
that's the other
TikTok-
thing. That's the other thing. You could have. It could have. Now that you're a little bit older now, you're at that age where
Hey.
20-year-old women are into you. You know, like it could still happen.
Bro,
You know,
hey, the weirdest TikTok I've ever fucking seen is the trend of like 30-year-old women going, "I'm at an age where I could fuck you or your dad," and you're like, "Go for it, sicko." Gross. Girls
me
like, oh.
personally, I'm like, you found my dad. Oh shit!
Tell him he owes child support.
Right.
When I first broke up with my one ex, and I just moved out, I was fucking around with this younger girl, and when me and her stopped talking to get back at me, she tried to fuck my son. Like, I ain't gonna lie, like I remember getting up the one morning, I went to the gas station, I was going to get coffee, and I see my son in front of her house. So I was like, this dirty slut. So and Thorne was like, nah, Dad, she was hitting on me or whatever. We were just kicking. Well, whatever, if you do what you do, if anything, it'd be on her. She's a fucking nasty bitch, you know?
Yeah.
That'd be weird to be tunnel buddies with your dad.
Yeah. That's not okay.
Now, I've known chicks that act like, who wanted to do a father and son. And I was like, nah.
If my son fucked the broad that I fucked, I would just be like, you a bitch now? Is that what you are? Like falling in your dad's footsteps? Can't even make your own way?
Now, if it was one of those
It's women in the
situations,
pool that your siblings were in.
Hey,
it was one of those
unless there was a
situations where he
trophy
didn't
for me.
know. If he didn't know, like legitimately did not know, I think I would just high five him. I'd be like, "Yo, what's up, man?" She was hot, right?
How'd you like the old neighborhood?
Right.
Yeah.
I
You
hate that
You
too.
see my graffiti on the sidewalk?
Right.
How'd that first 8 inches feel? Good, eh? Yeah, it's worked in. You got it. No problem.
See that tattoo on the left lip that said "Dad was here"?
Did you see that footprint on her face?
Bro, hey, she's still like your face getting footed? No,
Right.
yeah, she's still into that shit. Weird, eh?
I'm still on this whole dance thing with Victoria, though, man. She had to smell like balls after that dance.
I don't think I jizzed my pants or anything. No, maybe not.
You don't think?
I don't think so.
She
I was
just pulled
I was
face
I was
off the
very
dance.
drunk.
She
Hey.
stick.
So it's 3 guys. Three of us are friends that I've known since grade 6 and grade 9, and the one of them I got to dance with Victoria's friend, who subsequently married another friend. I was like, oh, yeah. So, but
See,
I was
feel
like, hey,
this
I need a
borderline-
wingman.
I feel like this is like one like Chardonnay away from being like a little swingers fucking community there.
Oh yeah, it could have been, but it wasn't. Mostly because I'm fat. That's it.
Class. That's what it is.
Yeah.
You know,
If I was
it's-
even at the size I'm at now, I've already had a little too much attention from some people, and I'm like, hey, you should relax. I'll be honest with you. There's a few times where I'm like, I love my wife a lot.
Like
Yeah.
I'm bought and paid for. I'm bought
I
and
have
paid for.
I have a few messages where girls like, oh, are you married? And I'm like, yes, I'm happily married. They're like, oh, happily married. I'm like, yeah, happily married. That's
See,
fine.
no, that's
And
what's
they-
funny to me. Dino, you were in a legitimately good relationship, marriage even actually, and like to me, it may be Marco too. I don't know, but me personally, it's like I'm talking to some like elf from a fantastical time where like you have this tradition that only your race does, and like you've lived for thousands of
Only the
years,
fucking
and
Greeks get
there's
married.
this magic involved, and I'm like, whoa, that dude's crazy over there. Those
So-
elves over there, they're doing something weird.
Are
you
you
know?
saying? Are you saying I'm the Anunnaki and like I'm the last remnants of a lost civilization?
Right?
No, it's fair.
No, I
I'm
think,
like I'm more of a
I
soft
lost
spot.
hope in the whole marriage thing. Like I had a buddy of mine, and he was married for a while, and to me, in my eyes, that was the perfect marriage.
Yeah.
You know, they had from what I seen and from what they portrayed to everybody else, it was like the perfect marriage. You know, he did everything and anything for that woman. He fucking loved that woman to death, and it seemed like the woman did the same. But we found out through the grapevine
They're
that this
sneaky.
that this dirty whore was messaging motherfuckers down in Florida.
Always
that
Florida with them bitches.
planned a trip to go see family, had my dude drop her off at the airport. And he said, he was like, we talked about it. He was like, Mark, I'm not going to lie. When she wouldn't tell me she loved me and kissed me goodbye, I knew something was going on. And wouldn't you know, she went down there and she spent a couple weeks down with whoever she met online. And when she came back, they got a divorce. Now she's living in a trailer park. Good for her fucking piece of shit ass.
Yeah, 100%.
After that, after seeing, as much as my dude fucking put into that relationship, like
Yeah.
it was actually, he put in the work. He was the husband. And fuck, I know damn well I can't live up to that standard. And if that standard was that high and he still got fucked over, yeah, fuck that shit.
That's how I
Fuck
feel.
that shit.
I would love to be married. I would love to settle down with one woman and everything. It's just like
I
you say.
thought about that too.
From my own experience, that's basically what happened to me too. My baby mama went down for a funeral down south, and then came back and was a different woman.
Yeah.
Different woman. And then 3 weeks later, I'm moving the fuck out.
Yeah.
Like it's the same exact story.
Yeah.
So like I would like all the bullshit I talk and all the jokes I make, I would love to be a married man. I would love to have more kids. I just don't trust these bitches to do all that no more,
That's the problem, right? Like realistically, they've been sold and like I don't mean to victim blame or anything, but it's like, you were sold a bill of sale that on both ends don't exist, right? Like
Right.
if you marry a woman that's loyal to you, well, that's few and far between now. And then versus like, oh, if you're going to have a relationship, you're like, yeah, that's you have to fight twice as hard to stay married than you do to get married. Right? Like
Yeah.
it's this weird thing where a lot of people don't realize, like, getting the job you think is the achievement, but you're like, all you did was open the door. Now you still got to run the maze. Like, it's a weird fucking thing.
It's a harder job than it was.
Way harder.
The job.
Bro, listen, I like to tell this story where I'm like, I've heard people where they're like, oh, we don't argue. And I'm like, then you're roommates. You're not married. Because I'm like, bro, if you haven't fought with your wife about your keys being 4 inches to the left where you normally put them, I will burn this house to the ground if you touch my shit again. I will burn it. Hey, and then I'll jump in it and we'll all fucking burn. I don't give a fuck. Okay. It's just, you're just like, no, that's not, like, do you understand the kind of like infuriating? Because remember, you're like, you both, like, the advantage of having siblings is you grow up with the same rules. So this becomes your entire how things are done. Right. And then you come to somebody where you're like, well, did you get raised in a fucking hole? Like, how do you not know how to do shit? And they're like, well, I don't know. I'm like, no, you're just not putting in your effort. I know you're not trying, which is exactly how you were raised, where you're like, no, I know you're not dumb. You're just choosing not to fucking do shit. Right. And then you're like, that's not just a fight. That is a full lifelong excursion of shenanigans, especially when she tries to dupe you and be like, I know how to do it better than you. And you're like, you dirty bitch. You're like, I got to get you real bad now. You know, it's.
I don't have the patience for it anymore. Like after raising my kids and doing what I don't have the patience for stupidity. I don't have I've lost almost all empathy. My empathy is towards animals now. You know, the compassion, the empathy. Like I do my damnedest to try, but I'm not gonna lie. You know, I don't like people. I don't like people at all. And then to be with one person, like, and it's just like you said, you know, we're set, especially now at our age. There's what certain way things should roll. You know, there's a little give here and there, but there are certain ways things should roll. And it's not hard. It's not rocket science. And if you can't fucking do that or explain yourself on why you deviated from that, then, you know, I'm out down, dude. I fucking house snap.
No, but it's also the whole thing where it's like, you can say, I don't know how to do that. Can you show me? There's a completely legitimate answer, because listen, at this age, it's not that you should know everything. It's that you should be able to distinguish, to say, oh, I don't know how to do that, but I'll learn if you could show me. Like that's you becoming a better person. We're not an age where you go, yeah, I know what I'm doing, and then fuck it up. That's a no-go. Yeah.
I'm gonna give this PSA to women right now.
Okay.
That little girly, I'm a girl bullshit. Stop when you hit 30. It stops.
I don't know which one is the HDMI.
Yeah, it stops when you're 30. I don't give a fuck how old you, especially if you're old enough to be my mama. Bitch, you lasted through wars. You know, you made it through wars. You made it through the dawn of welfare when we had to stand outside in front of churches. You made it through the projects. You made it through the war on drugs. You made it through Desert Storm. You made it through all that shit. You should know what the fucking HDMI plug is. You know, you shouldn't be using, like my mama still does, you shouldn't be using a flip phone, bitch.
I mean, that's how scammers get them. I feel like smartphone is a bad thing, but you know, yeah.
Oh, see, that's one thing I don't have to worry about with my mama, because she don't get money to no fucking body. No. She'll wait till that red bill. You know, you get the white one, and then you get the yellow one, and then you get the pink one, and then all of a sudden, then you get the red one. Then the bill gets paid.
That's why I've never felt bad for any of these boomers that sent shit to Nigerian princes. I was helping them out.
No, you weren't.
Why? You
You're an
don't
idiot.
know him. What do you give a fuck? And not only that, but your whole fucking generation is racist anyway, and you sent money to a Nigerian prince? There's something's not adding up. You're dumb.
Reparations. It's
Right.
reparations.
You're dumb.
That's fair. Anyways, I gotta go, guys. I'm gonna piss my pants if I stay any
Yeah,
longer.
that's been 2 hours. Shit.
Jesus Christ, you chatty Cathy bitches.
We haven't seen you in like a week, bro.
I know. I appreciate you guys' patience with me. It's but yeah, it's the fun is only getting started. So yeah,
Fuck yeah.
that's gonna be it.
So remember tomorrow night, if I'm not in jail, I'll be with these guys for mental health.
Yeah, we're talking about reaching out, how important it is, what role does it play in being not a bitch. So, and then on the weekend we're doing a soup that Victoria has created. I've had it before. It's really fucking good. So on Hammered and Cheese, Cole now has the recipe, and we're gonna see what happens. So it should be exciting.
I'm gonna start sending Cole like the old medieval shit. We're gonna start from scratch again.
I'll do it.
So
Fuck it.
like, so this is the thing: is if it's a meal that doesn't have a baked good in it, he could do it. As soon as you
I can
factor in a
bake.
baked good, it's like
I can't do
Yeah.
bread. Anything doughy, I can't do.
What's
there's
that,
a lot of stuff like that too, though.
the last one I watched, it was the Hindenburg menu. The menu on the Hindenburg. The fuck-
Ooh.
Schindler's List?
No.
That's not Schindler's List.
It kind of all went together. It kind of all went together.
Schindler's Menu?
It was like their Goodyear float, you know.
All right. On that note, shut this fucker down. Come on. Jesus
All right,
Christ.
guys. Yeah, check out Hammered and Cheese or Mental Health Hammered and Cheese. What is it? Atlas's fucking show, Generation
Generation
Dan.
Dan. Yeah.
And then we're doing it all over again with motherfucking Monday, as
Yeah.
long as I'm not in jail. So that being said, y'all be good to each other, and we're out.
Later.
Peace out.
Fuck. Jesus.
So what the fuck? What the fuck? Yeah. So what the fuck? What the fuck? Yeah. So what the fuck?